That's what I get. This is black and blue is what I get for the comment for calling her a whale last week. It's like, what the hell? You call me a whale? Boom, boom. But no, seriously. I mean, listen. This is purple. That's the hazards of having kids. You know, I think that's the only anyone with that kid long enough headbutt to the face.
You guys tell the difference? I got my finger smashed in the other day. You see, one of them is a regular color and one of them is like dark. Yeah, it's hard to see, but one of them is regular and the other one's dark. It's because it got smashed with a stick yesterday.
I mean, if you have kids, I mean, have you ever had all of a sudden when you're holding your kid up and all of a sudden the head goes backwards like that? All of a sudden, boom! But no, really, if we're live now, I can actually admit it that this black and blue is really, you know, people pinch themselves because they're to make sure they're awake. But when I was seeing this whole Flow 1.2 version coming out, pinching was not enough, so I just had to punch myself hard. Wake, are you awake? Because I'm, what's going on? It's going crazy, and then. But, you know, now it actually seems as like this is just a hell of an opportunity. This is just really I mean, we don't know exactly what the contract's going to say. I mean, we can kind of go out by what stuff is saying. I mean, stuff is still being coded. So in the end, you know, everything can change at any time. And I'm never going to assume I speak for BT at all. All I know is I speak for myself and what I do. And hopefully people will either kind of learn from it. That's what I really hope for. People learn from it. You know, do it better. Do it better. You know, do it better than I do.
More relaxed since you've been in there.
Right. I mean, I always feel better than I deserve, and I tell people you should always do it better.
So I'm just sharing the link around.
It was pretty. When I first saw the news, I was also a little like, I was like, yo, what the hell? I was just kind of chilling, you know, having a good day, you know, enjoying my day, and then all of a sudden I see. Vote on whether to dissolve teams for V2 release. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? And I was like, yo, what is going on?
Clean it up.
But,
I'm gonna meet
yo,
you.
definitely. Oh, we gotta clean it up here. Okay. But
you better mute me then.
Yeah. Dude, after the talk though, I was feeling a lot better. Like it's pretty clear, you know, we kind of got to do the switch to make the system better. So. And like you said, Felly, basically, you know, like we've been talking about, basically the whole thing reignited chain building, and now all of a sudden everybody's back in the game. Everybody's got re-energized. You know, you were talking about, I think you were saying about earlier. You know, the problem is, you know, the team leads. It's like, you know, when you join, let's say you joined a team where the team lead just put you under and didn't do anything after you got in. You know, our team. That's where our team's loving it because. You know, we empowered everybody on the chain. Like everybody's empowered, and they're all chomping at the bit to get more people. It's so fun, man. So, I mean, listen, we have like what I think our main chain was like 70 people straight in a line, and then after that, we probably got at least another 50 to 100 people on the side chains, and nobody's upset. I haven't heard a single complaint.
100% player satisfaction, baby.
100%. Like people, I mean, during the drops of the coin, like people, the only reason people like our chain is like everyone's upset when the coin drops, but the only reason people are getting through, they're like, well, at least I got this chain, you know, fuck, at least our team's crushing it. Like our team's good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling and ready to rock.
I'm going to reset my rewards just to kind of mark the time because we kind of trying to do that. I'm going to see if I can go back to that a little bit just to see. I'm going to zero it out and mark the time and screenshot it, and that way we can see how things are going at the end of our little spiel.
Yeah. I mean, we have people at the very bottom making, you know, 200 BNKRX in rewards. It's crazy. It's nuts, dude. So
yeah, I mean, look, look. We've spoken about it. I mean, we're at the top of, you know, we're at the top of kind of our chain, but even then, you know, we only go 15 levels down. And at 15 levels down, I'm at, you know, 933 people. You know, 933 individual wallets, right? Individual accounts. And that's only 15 levels. What are the other 45 or 50 levels down? You know, I mean, then we're talking about pots to thousands of accounts, thousands. You know, and then, you know, having the whole thousands of accounts just gives you, hey, look, there is a community in here. There is something that is being developed and endorsed. I mean, I see this, you know, as you said, this is initially was shocking, but it's also an opportunity. And at the same time, you know, there are other things in terms of developing teams that it's not just, hey, I'm just going to give a bunch of airdrops, because airdrops, sure, but it wasn't the initial tool. The whole thing was that, you know, how about help in developing downlines? And then all of a sudden, how about, hey, well, you know what? You know, what's the incentive of getting further down? It's like, well, getting further down. Well, how about when we start doing bonus wallets? How about we start doing more support? How about giving this, that, other incentive tools? And the airdrops, hey, look, airdrops are a great incentive tool. It actually helps maintain the system in a net positive way. But at the same time, it's not really. I mean, you know, the bonus wallet was always the ultimate airdrop. I mean, look at that. Oh my God. I'm gonna.
DeFi times, getting it in.
There we go.
Back some.
No, but no, Felix, seriously though, like if you look at our top wallets, all of them are kind of close to maxing out, because like we've been taking that money and like using it to build other chains, using it to put it back into the blower chain, like crazy, and like everybody's happy.
Yeah. So let's answer this. Okay, what did you guys do? I kind of want to go. Let's go around the room very quickly. When Reactor happened and the BNKRX price went down, what did you guys think? What did you guys do? And I'm going to mute my mic to not interrupt anybody.
Well, I did sell my stronghold, but I paid off on my credit card of it, and then the rest I put into Flow.
Nice.
Thanks.
This is a sign for Roller. Roller, your turn.
Is he still getting caught?
I'm pretty much the same as where I was. I got rid of my my banker holdings when banker was high, just before it dropped again. All bar a little bit of stack. I think I've got about 1,000 in stack. I've got about 1,000 still in stronghold. Everything else is in flow and stockpile. I'm only keeping $1,000 in the other ones, just in the hope that, you know, trading might make banker do something one day. Bank teller might decide banker's going to be gold again. Who knows? It could change next week, so I'll get rid of all of it.
Smart stuff. Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think. So when it went down to 75 or whatever, I don't think I did much. But and then when it dropped the reactor thing, oh man, people swear I was like, ah, shit. I was kind of like, ah, shit, because one of my buddies had just gotten in, and he didn't even tell me. Like I think I put him on one of our guys' chains, chief chain, and I put him on his chain, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna put $500 in. I was like, yeah, cool, bro, sounds good, enjoy. Next thing I know, he hit me up when it was at like 150. He's like, and I woke up in the morning and he was messaging me at like midnight. And I woke up in the morning, he's like, I just put in, last night I put in 8K. I was like, what? I was like, the fuck? At 150? He's like, yep. I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, oh, that's all right, man. That's all right. Just keep rolling. It'll go back. And then it went down to like 75, and then now it's down. Bro, when it dropped, I think when it dropped to the low, and BT said he sold his stronghold, that's when I dumped mine. I dumped my stronghold, and I was like, let's buy some BNKRX. Because let's be real, I'm pretty sure I went all in on Flow in the beginning, and I built up my stronghold from Flow. So I was like, it's just basically, you know, wash, rinse, repeat. So I was like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds really simple. You know, basically, once the stuff started happening, you know, it was kind of one of those things where you just kind of have to reposition. You know, I also sold my stacks, sold my stronghold, waited, and it says, well, you know, it's going to drop down to 10 cents, like, so that's like 3 or 4 TRX or something. Waited, and when it finally price started stabilizing, I just went all in and bought 40,000 BNKRX at that price. And I mean, it was just a good, you know, people talk about dumps. I just took it as, like, it's a good dip. When do you want to buy? You want to buy in the dip, right? When things don't look, that's when you want to buy. I mean, I think buying when it's in the, people are buying the red or stuff in the green. I mean, that's what I did. I'm not giving anybody a recommendation. That's kind of what I did. I mean, I look at, you know, at regular banker right now, which is a rock. People think it's like, it's not doing anything. It's got no use. It's like, when do you want to buy things? When it has no use. When it has no use. When do you want to, you know, maybe have a play? When do you want to have a play? you know, when it has no use. Because when it starts, because then if it announces, oh my God, it's got a bunch of use, and I mean, look what happened recently with the whole, when Reactor was initially mentioned, that it's going to be Banker probably, and it's written Reactor. I mean, that's when I just bought a bunch, and then all of a sudden when it started coming out, I just sold a bunch. It's just constant repositioning, you know, buying at 4 to 5, buying to 4 to 5, and then selling at 10.4.
Yeah, you guys are crazy.
I mean, this is all staying on the belly of the beast, and guess where it's at right now? Where
I mean,
were you?
Dude, that stuff
Where
was
were you
happening.
with BNKRX, right?
When you guys were doing that in the Discord, that was crazy. I mean, listen, if anybody in the Discord, everybody was doing the same thing. So I mean, everybody in the Discord made money. I mean, I didn't do any of that trading stuff, but I saw a lot of you guys were making the money on that. That's crazy. Everybody, it's like, I mean, people got to understand, like, BT's just saying stuff in chat, but then, you know, when you come back to the Discord and you got 300 people making the trade, it's kind of like it's pumping it up, and then everybody does, like, bro, you might want to get in a good team so you know kind of what people are doing. You know what I mean? Like, you want to know what people are doing. So.
Being in a good team is really, look, you're being a good team, then you have a barrier to protect you. You're by yourself, you don't have a lot of guardrails to help you out. You know, yeah. Being a good team means is that you have a team that's built around you, it's kind of going through, we're serving the community, but also at the same time, being in a good team really actually helps be more decentralized. I mean, it's decentralized finance, right? So that way you have a multiple teams of protections and stuff like that. It keeps you there. Not only that, it's, you know, help build, because, you know, as we said, it's not just airdrops. It's not just airdrops how you build a good team. Building, because airdrops, if you're 100 levels down, it won't help. But also the other time is like, it's, you got to develop, it's got to be developed a little bit more. I mean, I think it's going to be something that's going to be, it's going to be more important now as version 2 of Flow really comes in, where now this is an opportunity. Are you happy with your team? Are you happy where you're at? Is your leader contributing to helping you develop your team? I mean, if airdrops is all you want to do and you're happy with the 1% returns with no downline, say, look, you know what? That's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. If you got to, you know, but this is a good time to start rethinking and reassessing. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut up.
I see this guy DeFi Times asking questions about the dump. I mean, we all figure, like, at first I was also worried that maybe we got hacked, or maybe someone hacked one of the contracts and was able to steal money. But, you know, it was proven pretty clearly that nobody took out funds. All that happened was Reactor was activated, and all it did was sell it sold BankRX to the Reactor, and it just stored the TRX. So, I mean, in reality, it was a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was painful. It's painful because we all got in and saw it fly every single day, and it was amazing. Every day I'm just like, Yahoo! And just like every day it's going up and you feel great. But then when it went down, nobody, but at the end of the day, you know, after a few days we realized, listen, we needed it to drop. Like, shit, it went too high. I mean, if something goes up 1,000%, guys, it's got to sell off. Like, I don't know, you know, where that, it has nothing to do with BT. Like, I don't even think he dumped. So this, I don't know what this guy's talking about. Anyways, everybody on our team, you know, we were kind of hesitant. Once it went over $1, we kind of slowed down. We were like, listen, guys, dollar cost average, dollar cost average, dollar cost average. So, you know, as long as you dollar cost average and, you know, buy the dip in a bull run, you should be pretty good. It's really simple. It's only when you see a green bar and then you're like, let me dump in at the high. That sounds like a good idea. No, just let it drop. But, yeah, so
and, even then, let's, you know, these are just opportunities, right? Ups, downs, dips, support lines, resistance lines. Do you take advantage of them or not? You leave things alone. If you're not really taking advantage, if you're not watching out for your money and taking advantage of the opportunities, then, you know, if you don't have an exit plan, then your exit plan is to go to zero. At any point, everyone can sell all of Bitcoin, and it's worthless, right? And whoa, who was all that? What was the big thing about Bitcoin that it was worth 42,000, and then it dumped to 34,000? I don't even know what it is right now, but you know, it's the stored of, you know, where is value stored? In the eye of the beholder, right? So I mean, we do honestly, you do with your money what you want. I mean, anybody knows you go to Vegas and you bet money, what's going to happen? Biggest chance you're going to lose most of it. I don't see people being unhappy in Vegas. I see everyone smiling, having a good time. I just blew $1,000.
Yeah, baby. So should we talk about what the sort of plans are and what we're sort of thinking of doing with the new rules that are coming out? I tell you what, it's good. It's good that the airdrops are going to be net positive, though. That's good news.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely, because that was definitely one thing I would say was a weakness of it is that, I mean, I was basically moving stuff from one wallet to another just to stay in positive because it was too hard, because if you're giving airdrops, to get airdrops, that was subtracting from the amount. So I mean, because you had to claim to give the airdrops, so you could give 1,000 away in airdrops and be $300 negative. I mean, and people knew why you were negative or why things were going around. So it's not like it's not like you're taking advantage of a community where all of a sudden hey, you know what? I've given $300 in airdrops when I'm 100,000 negative in the community. That's a little different story. I mean, at the same time, if you're doing bonus wallets, you're doing other stuff, you're doing whatever. I mean, if you're spread out and transparent enough, you can see where the money is going. I think but that's also, the community will also know. So the community will support you, or they're going to abandon you. And that's why I said might be a good time for reflection on whether are you doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. Because now before you used to be, well, screw you, now you're tied to me forever. Yeah. Either you do that or I'm going to leave you hanging. And now it's like, you know what? We're not tied forever.
Yeah, I mean, I think one thing that's really helped us is the fact that we got so many people that can read the blockchain, read the contracts, verify stuff. That's one of the key things on our team. What else? So what is the one thing that I think we really learned is that rewards wallet, dude. So we created a rewards wallet, and we talked about this. Everybody, this guy DeFi Times is talking about stuff, but we told everybody when Flow started that Flow is going to change the game and make it a team game. And like, if you try to solo Flow, everybody was soloing the game of Bankroll before the buddy systems thing started. And then we realized the team is the way to win. And the team game came, and yeah, you can solo Flow, you can do it, but you shouldn't be mad if you don't know what's going on. You gotta join one of these teams, and you gotta get in the game. And wallet gave away about 30,000 X to the chain, and now we realize, hey, we're gonna create a few more, and all the team leads that have proven themselves are gonna get a rewards wallet now. You know what I mean? Instead of one rewards wallet, every team lead that's hustling and grinding in the Discord is going to have a rewards wallet to help boost their chains. So it's going to be crazy. And basically, if you're a team lead, you can come to our chain now, get a rewards wallet, feed off our entire chain, and keep your chain, bring it in, and get a rewards wallet and boost everybody up. It's insane. I think Crypto Buddy's coming. We got a few people coming. We already got signups.
That's been the best part of our setup since day one. Those bonus wallets, OG Flow, man. We started off that. My pump wallets, all that. Everything gets fed back down. Everything that comes up through that main chain gets pumped back down through all the other players, and that's what we've got to keep doing, man. We've got to keep growing. Hopefully, once there's enough people below me that they've got their teams, they'll start doing airdrops to people even further below that, and it'll just keep going, man. It's just going to be amazing. More people, the better. The bigger the airdrops, the bigger those reward wallets, mate, we're all going to win. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I think we started the chain. There was a few of us, and then Roller came up. We started getting team leads popping up, and basically we got 15 different team leads on our chain, and that was in 2 months. Now what's going to happen when we start building up these other? How many more team leads are we going to get down the chain? You know what I mean? It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an amazing opportunity because, I mean, we talked about our main chain is we have 1,000, we have 1,000, let's just assume thousands of accounts. Well, on mine, it's almost 1,000 accounts and I'm only 15 levels. So let's just extrapolate that 4 levels down. Let's just say 3,000 to be conservative, 3,000 accounts, 15 levels down. I mean, there is an opportunity where if you're a team lead, you can join us. We're going to, where the bottom is open, 10,000 to put wallet to join us, but then we'll give you a wallet all the way on the top. I mean, that's something, if everything goes through, right? I mean, that's an amazing opportunity if you're a team lead, or where that might be something to kind of discuss. And then we can really be community. I think that's kind of one of the best ways that we can really support each other. Is hey, we're not just saying join underneath us. It's no, we can give you an opportunity. If you're a good team lead, not only you join underneath, but we will give you a wallet on top of all of us. And anyone who's on the main chain knows that is a win. Before, when Flow started, you could say no, but this, but that, but this, or whatever, and so forth. Is like, no, this is huge. No one complains in the main chain. As far as I know, I mean, if someone out there is complaining about, and let us know. And actually, this is a good time to know. Maybe there's someone in the chain who's not rolling or not doing or not pulling in their weight. And if that happens, and this is one of those opportunities of saying, hey, we're giving you a chance to start pulling your weight, and you've got about I don't know how much time we have. I mean, the code is still being built, so I'm not going to assume anything of when, but I'm assuming at least several days, maybe weeks. I don't know. I would rather the code be finalized, and at least we have an opportunity to prepare, plan. Now we know how the system works. I think just being part of a huge long chain makes it more scalable. It doesn't really change things for teams, whether you're joining on the bottom or whatever, because you're going to be able to have a rewards wallet on top where you spread some of the love down to your own teams. And this is what a good team with a good team leader does. This is how you build community. This is how you decentralize finance, make a community more scalable, and also protects the lonely players of the lone wolves, and still be part of a nice project.
Basically, yeah. So I mean, basically, what you're talking about is basically we have at the bottom of our chain, we have a 10K minimum deposit chain that we're basically onboarding team leaders and big wallets to. And, basically, if you have a team, I think the last guy came in with 29,000X and like 50 people. If you got a team, we're willing to give you a rewards wallet on top that you can help to airdrop to your team. And so why would you join us? Why would you join us at the bottom? Well, the key is why would you join at the bottom is, number one, I'm going to downline you with 10K minimum deposit wallets. And then number two, if you got a big enough team, you're going to get a wallet above all the work we're doing. So it's pretty juicy.
Bankroll, what did you think of that when you heard that? Crypto Buddy, what did you think of that when you heard that?
What about the reward wallets? Yeah, man, love it. Like, I've had you guys show me, and like you've showed me over the last month or so, like what your reward wallet has done, and it's just constantly pumping out rewards. So it's the way forward.
It's constantly maxed.
So and then BT was talking the other day about or it got brought up in the chat, didn't it, about the tax or whatever. Have you guys seen that?
BT did what? I'm sorry.
So there was talk about a tax on it was talking about tax. So like you can put, I think it's like you can pull out your net, what you put in. If your net positive, say like 100 BNKRX, you can pull out 100 BNKRX, but then anything after that is going to be taxed, which will go back towards the system.
Yeah, I heard people talking about that.
I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, shit. I mean, we're in all parts of the system, so I mean, if we're going to tax ourselves, I mean, shit. So basically, you're saying if we make our money, and then if anybody else makes their money, as long as we're within the system, we're basically going to get everybody's. We're going to tax everybody. I'm with it. Yeah. I'll get in that part of the system too. Let's do it. I mean, whatever it takes to not have people be able to crash the price, right? We just don't want people crashing on us like this and the price going up so high. So
yeah, well, I really wish that reactor had just gone smoothly when it got released, because I think that's where it kind of all started, and then with his announcement the other day, it just put like a load of doubt out there. I think for quite a lot of people. So I've had quite a few people messaging me about like what to do, like am I still in stronghold, stockpile, all this type of thing, and I'm just like guys, chill out, don't worry. Like just get into a good team. Like we've got this one that we're all joining together. Come join this. So
yeah, I think the one thing people are figuring out about Bankroll is like you can do the long-term thing, but you really got to do the long-term thing if that's what you're going to do. Like if you're going to sit there in stronghold for a year, well then you got to shut up and kind of sit there for a year. But if you want to play the game fluid. You know what I mean? Like, I think BT's talked about it. This is kind of a test net. It's kind of, we're getting access to the pre-alpha. You know what I mean? Like there's going to be bugs, but there's going to be improvements, and this shit's going to basically blow up and become like mainstream. So, you can still do the long-term thing. That's fine, but you got to give it a long-term before you start complaining.
Yeah, this has got to be ironed out. It's a brand new thing. It's not been done before. This has got to be, there's going to be mistakes along the way. It's just a shame, that it's you've got a personal connection to it because it's your money. That's the only difference. If you didn't have that personal connection with your money being invested in, then you wouldn't take it as personally. That's kind of what I think.
Basically,
go with it.
I mean,
should we put music on? You keep taking stuff off as the day goes along. I'm just wondering if we should switch some Chicken Bow Wow music.
Mate, I left the heating on.
Look, I mean, look, you know, this is totally, you know, I was saying this is kind of totally off the cuff, and I was thinking, you know, because they always talk about what are the issues with it, you know, well, liquidity, this, inflation, that, hyper compounding, that, limit the amounts, possibly limits the amounts like we put in this or that, and you know, and I was thinking, you know, and recently it's like, you know, what do we talk about in terms of Banker and BNKRX? Well, one is cash, the other one's gold, you know, and one of the nerd jokes I put out earlier in the Telegram is like, well, you know, gold is conducive to wealth, which is kind of a tongue-in-cheek joke because it's, you know, the conductivity of gold, right? You know, it's conductive, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going a little bit off tangent there. But then I was like, well, you know, if it's going to be a store of value, why don't we use that in terms of value gives you benefits, you know, where all of a sudden it was like, well, why don't we do, you know, because we talk about bonuses and levels and so forth and so on. It's like, well, why don't you use it where if you have a certain wallet that has a certain amount of Banker, well, it gives you certain benefits where, hey, I've got, you know, I'm going to stake 1,000 Banker to get 1% to get one level down, or I'm going to stake 2,000 Banker to get those 2-level bonus, or 3,000 Banker. I mean, I don't know if that can be coded. I'm not a developer, so don't get me wrong. I'd say, you know, but to me, it's similar to staking, where if you stake, you get certain bonuses. And I mean, it's not an, you know, it's a kind of a concept that is like, well, then, I mean, because think of it this way. If you have 15,000 Banker, if you have 15,000 Banker to get 15 levels, would you ever sell it? I would actually make sure that all my wallets would have 15,000 Banker so I can get the 15 levels. I would be buying.
Why does it got to be 15 G's? Relax, man. But yeah, I do love that staking idea. That's a sick idea, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's an idea. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it could be. I don't know if it could be implemented. Just know that Banker right now is about 4 TRX.
Let's be real. We don't got to limit BT. He could do it if he wants.
Exactly. I mean, look, we don't speak for anybody. We don't speak for another. I mean, but if you know, you make money in the waves, the dips, the support lines and resistance lines, and taking advantage of those waves. And right now, it seems like Banker, the 4 TRX is a good dipping point. I still have not bought it. I bought as much, so so transparency, I might only have about $100 worth of Banker at this moment. But I think by the end of this chat, I'm going to buy myself some more, just in case. Not to give anybody any ideas. I don't know. I don't speak for anybody. But I think if you want to give value to a coin where it becomes the gold, because gold is pretty much, you know, it doesn't really do anything except hold value, right? I mean, cash is, you know, you can say cash value is based on how much gold you have. So cash value of how much BNKRX should be on how much Banker you have, you know, or how many levels you have, how many benefits you have, other stuff. I mean, it's something something that could be considered. I don't know if finance-wise, coding-wise, it could be done. I don't know how easy or hard it is, you know, to be fair. But you know, but that, I mean, at that point, I don't know many people that would be selling their Banker because that gets rid of your benefits. You know, I want to keep my benefits.
Right. It reminds me of the Blockfolio card, right? Where you have to have like you have to stake like certain levels to get certain cashback bonus level or whatever percentages. So that would be cool, for sure. Oh, sure.
Yeah. I don't know what you guys think. It's like I said, I don't know if that can be done. I'm not a developer guy. Kaz, do you think that could be done in some way or not really?
Of course. Okay. Yeah. BT could definitely do it. I'm sure. How hard? I don't know, but I'm sure it could be done. I mean, you know, that, like, I think that's one of the, again, that's one of the main reasons, guys, that like I'm still here. So I'm a developer, and it's like one of the main reasons I'm here is because BT is such a badass developer, right? So it's like, no matter what happens in main Telegram chat, like obviously, you know, BT's a badass developer, and I know that. So that's what I'm invested in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, even Anjo, look, one of the guys, Anjo, shout out to King. I mean, Anjo, where is he in our chain, Kaz? Why don't you tell us? Where is he in our main chain? Isn't he like the last one?
Anjo's pretty far down. He's probably like 60, 70. He's way down there. But Anjo's I mean, you guys got to understand, like, we did the whole main chain, right? But at the very bottom of main chain, I did the 10K minimum fund, the chain raiser, where we basically put 10K minimum wallets at the very bottom of the chain. And then I juiced them up with like 15,000 BNKRX at the end of all that. And, that's what started the whole chain. And like, even at the top, we're rolling, but even at the bottom, they're bringing it in. And, So yeah, Andre was at the bottom, but he was like right below that 10K thing.
Well, and now he's got the 10K, the 10K wallets that are going in for the teams that are joining. So it's like,
oh my god, he's probably blowing up right now. So yeah, everybody. Like
I want to move your entourage.
The main chain has been kind of dead. I've been kind of just helping everybody build side chains and stuff. But now that V1.2, I'm like, F it, let's go back 10K, baby. It's open again. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's open. I mean, look.
Yeah, man, I got a spot on top of main chain, and I got a spot at the bottom of the 10K, and they are both amazing spots. It doesn't matter where you get. Man, you got to be in it. You got to be in it. Get in, guys.
Anywhere in our chain is going to be amazing. Anywhere in the chain. But like the 10K men, right? I think, I mean, shit, by V1.3, it might be a 20K man. So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, it just heads up.
I mean, seriously, Roller. I mean, think about this. Because like, why would I join at the bottom? It's like, Roller, why would you join at the bottom? Are you crazy? You have a huge, giant team. What was the win for you of joining at the bottom? I mean, I think that's some of the questions coming out. Why would I do that? No, at the bottom. I'm going to lose so much. Really, what do you lose?
There you go. Mate, I've got my first hater. I feel famous.
You're legit now, bro.
I'm legit, mate. Big time, that. No, like, right, seriously, though, it can't be a scam. The thing is, like, the funds are still locked in that account and it's dripping back to us. It's not doing anything else. It's just dripping back. It's not gone. It's not disappeared. It's just stuck there in the reactor, coming back to us, keeping the price where it is now. Like, don't know. But yeah.
I wonder if that comment is rubbish. I'm sorry, because he's literally misspelled literally with litter. So I'm wondering if the litter is kind of like you are litter. You have to.
No, it's just that I don't think
I do have the biggest snob.
You probably can't, like, you probably don't read the transactions and stuff. You probably didn't actually look at the contract that actually was executing the reactor. Like, otherwise you wouldn't be saying, like, we definitely know it was a rogue contract. That's 100% facts. It's on the blockchain. You can go look. You can go look it up. It's not even that big a thing. The thing is, like, obviously we don't know who did it. Like, no one knows who created the contract. No one knows who ran it. BT saying it was a rogue, I believe him, but no one can really prove that. Yeah, that's where the funding is.
It was a player.
I mean, but the bottom line is, all it did was activate the reactor and sell BNKRX into the reactor. So like, all it did is preserve liquidity, lower the price so people can get in. And now we get a drip again. Now we get a drip from the high price of BNKRX.
Well, you got over $1 million US drip now, just dripping into BNKRX.
What do y'all want? What do you want? It's called dollar cost average, and you're not going to be upset. Quit buying it when it's fucking green.
Mate, it's literally holding the price steady. Like, and if you hate BT that much, just sell every day and get out in 365 days. Be done with it.
So I gotta take this question by Joe Daigle. I believe in anyone who wears a Saints hat. Who dat, mate? Who dat? Who dat? Who dat? Saints might have lost, but still winners in our hearts. Who dat?
Oh man. I don't understand the team brackets you guys create, Charles.
Roller, you want to take that question?
Man, I tell you what, whoever's buying BNKRX right now and loading up, when this shit goes back up, is going to make a shit ton. Whoever's rolling right now are going to be the guys that's making tons when it goes back up to $1. Like, everybody's tripping. They don't get it. But that's all right. No, it's okay if everybody else doesn't get it, as long as we get it and our Discord group and our teammates and our leaders and everybody that joins us gets it. We'll be all right.
Yeah. Who would be the best person to answer that question?
What's the question?
I don't understand team bracket. Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty. You know, the best part about it, Aqua, is that we basically manage the chains for you, and so you don't really have to. All you got to know is that basically whatever your min deposit is, you hop on a min deposit chain, and you can rest assured you'll have people with that min deposit under you. You know what I mean? So it's pretty. You know, you don't even have to worry about that, the bracket and stuff. Now we do have Google Docs and stuff we can send out, and you can look at them, but you know, it's pretty simple. You just join a chain with a min deposit, and you're going to get those min deposits built under you.
That might be DeFi.
Yeah, look, it's you know what I mean. It's gonna. I mean, it's the same. It's the same with it's gonna be happen the same at any time. You know, when do you buy? I mean, right now there's people. One of the craziest thing I read recently was people now, you know, that the price, because the Bitcoin is down, people are selling it. And it's like, that's how you lose money, buying at the top and selling when it dips. Well, it's like it's like, please don't do that. Don't buy at 42,000. Things are going great, and then sell at 34. It's like, oh, I mean, look, it's not advice for anybody, but if anything I've learned is that what you want to do is you want to at least be able to be productive, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the one thing that I mean, that's why I think that's another key feature of Bankroll. And I think smart contracts is that, you know,
Give me a second.
Smart contracts, you basically can take the human out of the situation. And it's like, listen, once I put my money in the smart contract, it's going to do whatever the logic says, and there's going to be no emotion involved. And so I had a lot of people who were like, man, I wanted to cash out when it was at the low on flow. And I was like, glad you didn't, because, you know, then it doubled up the next day, right? Or went up 50% or something like that. And they're like, man, if I would have cashed out, I'm so glad I didn't cash out. And it's like, the one thing about flow is that it's locked liquidity, but sometimes being locked is a good thing, because basically human emotion it can get in the way of making money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it stops the dips getting any lower when people do run on emotion.
Yep.
Exactly. Do you want to answer this one about Joe, about like because you'll be in charge? Of course, you're in charge of the line build, aren't you, within NDR? Or is it?
What's up? Sorry.
When you're building the downlines and stuff, you're the one placing people, aren't you?
No, that's the best part about our team. Like, we empower the leaders. Like, I mean, I did the initial stuff day one, but after that, all I'm doing is using the rewards wallet to help the leaders, to help people bring people in. So I got people be like, listen, I just added a buddy. Can you send us some X? I'm like, yeah, send us some X. It's like, hey, I want to get this guy in. He's got 5K. He wants to put a deposit. Can we help him out? I'm like, yeah, let's juice him up. You know what I mean? So it's like,
get it back.
Yeah, it's like
you're going to look after main chain, aren't you, Pat? Sorry, you're going to start rebuilding on main chain with 1.2.
With the 10K, it's already been. If the main chain is back on, man. Since the announcement, we've already added 3 10K wallets to the main chain. So,
awesome. So
like, that's already happened. Yeah, and the main chain's open to 10K minimum deposits only. Now that all the side chains are open, Roller, anybody can join one of our side chains. That's open. But if you want to get it on the main chain, the direct main chain that's going to go on for whoever knows how long, like 10K minimum now. And thanks to BT, thanks to 1.2, if you got a team and you join the 10K, there's a possibility, if you have enough team and you got enough airdrops and enough, cred, we give you a rewards wallet above everything. A golden goose to give eggs to your team.
It's not I mean, yeah. What's funny is like, for example, is like, you talked about where we do the 10K wallet on the bottom. It's like, why would we do that if we're at the top? It's like, because it's one, constantly evolving, and two, it's just a lot of good opportunity. It's just a lot of I can't wait to change my leader is selfish as airdrops.
Yeah, the BT,
buddy.
The main reason we did the 10K in the bottom was because we had a lot of minnows and stuff join our chain. And so we had a lot of people join the chain, and we basically wanted to say, listen, we're going to put our money where our mouth is, and we're going to put the biggest ballers on the bottom and start a baller chain, because guess what? And I'll tell you guys right now, you can go look at the addresses. Every single baller that put on the bottom, almost ROI'd already. Almost all of them have. Some of them already ROI'd. Most of them are pretty damn close. Like, so, yeah. And that's at the bottom.
And why would you make your smaller chains bigger? Really, why? I mean, because if you make your smaller chain bigger, so what does that do? It helps strengthen the entire network. I mean, we talk about building chains, you're only as strong as your weakest links. So make your weak links stronger, make them sustainable, make them doing well, and you'll do better. I mean, we talk about directs and indirects. I mean, most of us here, we might only have 15 directs. But how many indirects do we have? 600, 300, 800. What's the point of that? Why would you want to build your line? Because you know that by building your team will, not only that, you build trust, you build loyalty, you build the community, you're transparent, you're going for the more perfect union, not perfection, because there's plenty of times that, that mistakes are made, but hopefully we'll learn from them. I mean, before airdrops, how do our teams sustain? It was like, well, that's why you want to make a nice big downline, because it's more scalable and everyone feeds through it, and then you just go through it, and then you bonus wallet the whole thing, and then when you bonus wallet the whole thing, it just ends up being great. I mean, someone says, oh, what if our chain is hijacked? What if someone just leaves? It's like, that's the best thing about bonus wallet. It's, let's say if the whole chain decides to leave, you can just remove the bonus wallet. Boom, there's the big incentive. It's gone.
Yeah. Listen, another thing is about this 1.2 version is, just like the comment we got here, he's saying like he wants to change team because he's selfish with the airdrops, leader. Now this is now your second chance, which there probably won't be another chance to change into a big chain where there is multiple wallet drops and you can benefit from it. So now is probably now and the only time that you'll be able to get to see that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, guys. OG Flow, we've done over $6,000 in bonuses and airdrops since Christmas. So,
wow.
BT was PT done a big promo in TG the other day about his airdrops, and it was quite funny. Compared to ours, it looked a little weak. But anyway, we're all doing our best.
Yeah. I mean, we've given away so much.
Sorry.
I'm just playing around. You guys know that.
We've given away so much BNKRX though, man. It's so awesome. I'm so thankful. It's so great.
Me and BT will meet one day. We'll have a blue, then we'll have a beer. It'll be all good.
Is it 10,000? Oh no, it's 10,000 BNKRX. 10,000 BNKRX. That's what we're talking about. 10,000 wallet is a 10,000 BNKRX, not 10,000 USD. Now, if we want to make it 10,000 USD and you have enough people, then sure, and that's the funny part, right? With such a strong downline, if you decide to leave, woof, you unhook that everything. It's like, whoa, who would ever want to leave the huge downline?
I mean, I'm pretty sure we already have guys with over 10,000 trying to get in. So, we started it with 10K BNKRX, man, because that's what it was before. But most of the guys that are trying to join now have way over that. So, like I said, right now it's 10K minimum. So if you got 10K BNKRX or a wallet, you might want to sign up quickly, because once we see that everybody's got 20K, 30K, 40K, it's not fair to those guys. We're gonna have to raise it up. So
exactly. Yeah.
So it's gonna get raised up very quickly. So if you got 10K, sign up now. Otherwise, 20K is coming.
I didn't mean to click that.
Put it back on. Put it back on. Put it back on.
Okay.
We are hopeful noobs. Hopeful.
Hopeful noobs. Yeah.
Hopeful noobs. Yes, I am a noob. I'm 12 years old in humor, and I'm 44 years old in age. And I'm telling you, I don't mind it. Hopeful.
Yeah, hopeful noobs, bro. You're tripping.
Who dat? Who dat?
Hopeful news. Mate, he's been in the contract, what, like 11 months more than me? And he's just like, you don't know anything. I've been in here since he's been on here every week, like watching as well. Oh,
it's one of those things that when you're old enough, there's one thing is that you always have a lot to learn, And it means, you know, when you think you're stupid, you can either it's like, man, I'm stupid, or I have a lot to learn. And I still have a lot to learn, because the more I'm learning, the less I'm forgetting, and it's okay. It's okay, you know. It's being called a noob or being called, that just means it's like, you know what, I still have a lot to learn, and that's all right. It's I don't take it as a sign of disrespect. I take it as a sign that my intelligence can still grow. So take
Guys,
it.
10 years in crypto, and I'm still learning daily. Doesn't matter if you're an OG or you're a noob. You're going to learn. You're going to make mistakes. You know, it's crypto. Shit's going to happen. Sometimes it's out of your control. 90% of the time it is. That's why you don't put 100% in anything. Main thing is just keeping control of your finances, your percentages. You keep control of that, you won't get too emotional about anything. Even when you do get emotional about your team, you just got to pull back, chill out, do what you're allowed to do in your country, and relax. We're all making money.
That's the truth.
Anjo, yeah, I remember you accepted me in the chain for BNKRX. That was cause. He's like, what was he thinking? We're gonna take this guy with BNKRX.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, Andrew, I think Andrew said he's living in Miami area, or was Andrew Philippines? I can't. Somebody was Philippines, but
yeah, he's from the Philippines. Anjo's from Philippines, but I think he's in Texas. Texas.
Okay. Man, we added so many random people from all over the world, and like we pumped them all up, and now they're all excited about Bankroll and telling everybody like BNKRX guys that like nothing, and like they're bringing people in from like all over the place. So it's crazy. It's really good.
He's Texas. He's Texas.
Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of how it is. I mean, we take you with a little bit of trust, where you know you could join the chain and stuff like that. I mean, everyone has to prove themselves, right? I mean, here we are together 2 months later. I mean, in the beginning, a lot of us were strangers. We didn't know who was what, but at some point, you start learning from each other. You start learning how things are, and then you either get a reputation or you get a reputation. But one of those two. But you know, and then all of a sudden, it's like, hey, you know what? These are people I want to work with. These are people that I wouldn't mind building something with, you know, and that's how we get people like, you know, Roller, NDR, Haas, CryptoBuddy, whoever it is, even Crypto Man of War, who kind of comes in. It's like, you know, we just end up kind of, but we vibe in we resonate in a certain way. It's like, you know, there's nothing wrong with trying to do something where we build something together or unify in a certain way. And this is a good opportunity to do something like that. And, you know, and you kind of figure out, you put all your cards on the table, you speak about, we speak about it and figure out, you know, and just be honest and transparent about it. And in the end, it works out or it doesn't, that's okay. But this is another opportunity to see, can we work something? Because I know when we first started, their plans were a little bit different and they got a little bit wrecked and stuff, but that's okay. We didn't know each other then. So here is, you have another opportunity. It's kind of like a reset, you know. Do we take advantage of it in a better way? Is our way to sign enough, or we make it better? And always striving for a more perfect union. On the day of transition, the day of a transition of power, always striving for a more perfect union. There you go.
Well, you said it, Philly. I think we're all here as team leaders in this group because we've all got the same intention. And it's not just looking after ourselves. It's about building the community, making sure when people come in that they're winning. We want everyone to walk away and give a positive, you know, speech about it to everybody they see, not walk away getting wrecked. And, you know the old adage of sales, man, you tell 10 people when you get wrecked, you tell one person when shit goes good. So, you know, we need 10 more people. And that's the thing. We just focus on the positive. What's not to be positive about?
Yeah.
You know, look, BT gets to me sometimes. Everybody does. We just got to push through it and keep making money, guys. Everybody's making money. That's the main thing.
See, the thing is though, like there was a comment that BT said today. Oh yeah, it said here. He pretty much said, "But it isn't right when flow will be about as much as a single." Yes, it's pretty much just saying in this comment. He wants even like a single mum at home to just be able to get into flow. So he doesn't want to make the price like really high. He doesn't want to make it hard for people to get involved. He wants to make it so people can get involved, join chains, and start, you know, like not make themselves massively rich, but they can have like a passive income that they can just take out like once a week, something like that. It's not about having a massive cash lump in one go. It's about keeping it in there and constantly having a drip coming into your bank. That's kind of what it is. So, like he said that in the chat that he wants even like a single mom at home to be able to get in. And I think that kind of said it all.
Yeah, you guys saw that screenshot he posted of like that whale, Mad Dog or whatever, who was just like, I'm going to drain everybody. All I see is profit, blah, blah, blah. Right? You saw that guy. And it's like, that guy doesn't help us because, you know what, the people like the single mom, they need a lot. They're going to want to take some money out because they need to pay for stuff. But like, for the most part, they're going to keep it in because they only take what they need. The single mom's not worrying about draining they're not trying to game systems and shit. They're not trying to maximize do all this crazy loophole stuff. They're literally just trying to earn 1% and have something where they can save their money over the long run. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. That's it. It's these crazy dudes that are trying to game everything that's going to ruin this shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, and we have a couple single moms in our chain, where sometimes some things happen and we don't get the responses we got, but we have a couple of there in their chain who are contributing and adding and stuff like they can. I mean, and that's really what it is. I mean, there's a lot of people in the chain who might not be as vocal on it, but they're still there. They're still participating. They're still rolling. I mean, the level of participation is totally voluntary. It's not paid for. It's more of realizing what you can add to the community or what's being added. Do you have a lower? Is that the other question? Do we have a lower minimum? I mean, there's tons of different chains. I mean, Roller has a bunch of million chains, and NDR was there somewhere has a million chains. There's a master plan on there. You want to join a chain? Go to his chain. You'll be fine. You're going to be taken care of. I mean, that's a never-ending amount of chain. So this opportunity for the main chain is. Not everyone will be able to do it, but I think it's an amazing opportunity. I mean, who knows? If we have enough people, I mean, we do it for people that have that do a lot of sweat equity, where we have people that might not be massive in terms of financial equity, but yet provide such a service to our community that we're like, these people will be rewarded, and we have plenty of those, Calac, NDR, other ones who might not be in terms of that, but their service is valuable. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, sorry. I think I'm 100% agreeing with you. Like, exactly. It's like what we did in the beginning was we let a lot of people in with like Andre was saying, one BankRX wallets. We really did. BT was like, help the minnows. We hooked a lot of minnows up, and now it's like we got to look out for everybody that we hooked up. If we just let a bunch of minnows in, obviously that doesn't help anything. It's the same. It's like we're like a microcosm of Bankroll. You know what I mean? Like we got to get a bunch of big boys now on the bottom, and we got to pump up the team. And like the best bet for you, if you don't have 10K, is joining a side chain. Join one of the NDR chains. Join the Roller chain. Join one of Felly's chain. Join any of the team leads chain. There's so many any of these guys. Most likely, if you go to the main Telegram and join any team leader there, it's probably one of ours. So good luck. I don't even care. Just go join one of those guys. Like you'll probably end up on our team. Like, you'll be all right. But don't not join a team. Like if you don't join a team, you're basically gonna play solo. You know what I'm saying? And so like solo, think about like a video game. You're about to go into like Call of Duty Modern Warfare by yourself. Meanwhile, I'm rolling around with 300 dudes. So like you're gonna get wrecked by us. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to solo this game. You want to join a strong team, and you want to have a team that's got some firepower, a good general, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be go joining any old team, or you're gonna get murked by our team. We're like the SWAT professionals. We're gonna murk your team. Just join us or join another strong team.
Pharrell 007. Check out NDR's master plan, guys. At the moment, he is the man to talk to. No matter what your input is, whether you got 100 BankRX or you get 1,000 BankRX, we can get you a spot. And if our chains are full, man, Pack's got side chains, Crypto's got side chains, Felly's got side chains, but there's nowhere we can't get people in, and we build chains. We look after you guys. You don't get in and that's it. We get people underneath you, and they're going to have equal amounts, and the chain that comes in after that's going to have a higher amount. That's how we work in Pharrell OG Flow. Don't know about the other guys, Crypto Buddy and Felly and Pack, but mate, they all got good chains. No one complains. It's 100% player satisfaction.
Yeah. There was another one like, where do they get hold of you? So I guess you got this Discord. That's still the best place to get hold of you guys, isn't it? That Discord there.
Yeah, we're all there.
Or leave that off for a bit.
Yeah, I mean, we're at the Discord. Most of us are in the Telegram. I mean, you know, as things go up and down in any community, sometimes you argue, right? I mean, some of my best friends are also some of the ones I've had the biggest fights with or skirmishes with. But that just lets us know we've been tested. And so, you know, so most of us are on there, and actually in the Discord, we're all there. And, you know, and we have multiple chains, and I really don't see it as competition. It's just a community. It's just constant community. If anything, we kind of egg each other on. It's like, well, I put this bonus wallet. What did you do? What did you do to make your team better? And then next thing you know, it's like, oh, I'm going to do airdrops and bonus wallets. Like, man, that's not only so good. I'm going to join that. I'm going to be a part of that too. You know, I mean, honestly,
we even do airdrops in TG now.
Yeah.
See what I said, crypto? That's why DeFi is here. He really wants to just be reassured and be like, listen, guys, DeFi timed. Join our chain, buddy. I can almost I don't like to do guarantees, but I guarantee DeFi times. If you join our shit, I guarantee you'll be happy with Bankroll.
Join us.
We will be consistent in providing the support that you're looking for.
Nah, he won't join. He's been here too long. He knows more.
Look, we need devil's advocate.
Yeah. It's you know what? It's all good. It's all love, right? It's all love. I mean, hey, listen, some people have been scorched. I mean, who hasn't been scorched or burned by a team or a team lead or something at some point by crypto? Who of us haven't been scammed, lost money or whatever? I mean, and it happens. You kind of lick your wounds, you kind of drink it off, or you know, and you move on and you try to figure out what's next and what did you learn from it. You know, I would say is like if you externalize blame and say that was all their fault, then you never learned anything from it because you're perfect, right? Then never learn from any of your mistakes. I mean, that is what an opportunity lost if you do not learn from your mistakes. Do not learn from when things didn't go your way. That is the best opportunity to learn the most. Is when something doesn't go your way, something changes. Please learn from it, because externalizing the blame means is that you will never learn anything. Actually internalize and learn something. And so I think that's what we want to do. You know, that's what we all want to do. That way you get better.
Yeah. So have we gone over the gameplay on what you guys think of doing and like what chains we're thinking about pulling together? Are we going over that, or are we not going over that?
I don't know. I don't know. I'll go ahead.
Have we gone over what? I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, just talking about like what we're sort of going to go over. We've gone over the strategy of what we're thinking of doing, aren't we? With the
I mean, crypto, you joined us, right? You hopped right in the bottom, and you're in the game.
No, I trust you guys. I've listened to you guys for the last we've been doing this for 2 months, 3 months. So you know, I know you guys, and I'm more than happy to join your chain.
Yeah. I mean, and if you think of it, fine. Let's say you didn't know us. You don't know us. You know, what was your? Let's be objective, because you know a lot of it we're talking about subjectively. You know, you guys and stuff, but there might be people that don't know us that are out there. It's like, what would be a good objective reason? Why would you financially join us? Why would you join us on the bottom? What is there for you to gain? And I don't say this. I mean, I say this for the people that are out there that might be seeing us for the first time. It's like, I don't know these guys. All I see is this, whatever. You know, what's the opportunity that we're missing that people are that could join? What's the opportunity here? And you know, see if you can kind of give us there, because obviously I'm biased, so I know the opportunity, but I kind of want to see from people that have joined us from the bottom. Why would you join? You have your own team. Aren't you strong enough? Don't you know better? This is a scam.
But yeah.
Yo, so one thing. Yo, this guy's hitting. I got someone hit me up right now for the side chain, guys. I just need to let you guys know, like, so we have the 10K chain open, but that's open right now. If you have a 10K wallet, you can join that chain right now. You just got to hit me up. And all you need is a 10K minimum. Now, for the switchover, we're signing people up. We're pre-registering people for the switchover in order, so that we already have like 10 people signed up, you know, versus with verbal confirmations. So if you want to get on the 10K on the switchover, let me know ASAP, and we'll put you on the list. If you want to get in now, hit me up. We can get you in. So someone hit me up, like, you can get in right now.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, I know some people are, for the team leads, again, if you're worried, they go, why would I leave? Why would I leave? Well, again, we're going to give you a bonus wallet above our team, your team, and everybody's team that come below you. So pretty, yeah.
That's all the incentive you need.
Yeah. I mean, right?
Yeah, like going back to what you guys are saying, it's like, you know, I've got my little team, you know, what we do, and, you know, it's profitable. It's always going to be profitable. But there's nothing wrong with taking your small chain that you have, because I imagine that most of them will be connected to BT at the moment, and then joining something which is proven to be working, and you can see that from your chain, and just joining on. And it's not like you're saying, oh yeah, just join the side and then, you know, it's just going to flow up. You're sending rewards back down, and you're even putting bigger wallets underneath other people. And like you said, if it gets to a certain depth, you're then going to put another one. They're going to have to buy in at a higher price, so it's going to pump that. You know, and you just have to make the choice of, are you going to be a part of that, or do you not want to be a part of that? And at the end of the day, you can stay with doing what you're doing, or you can stay doing what you're doing in a bigger chain as well. So it's kind of a win-win.
Yeah, I mean, that to me is a part of the win. I mean, we already know, we've already talked about it multiple times, how the reward wallet has to be, you know, fresh money has to be put into the reward wallet because it maxes out all the time. And then just imagine a stack of reward wallets, not only with our chain, but then also with your chain. So it's all just going to be flowing. And then I mean, if you have your own team, let's say, well, I have a 100-person team, I'm connected. It's like, hey, yeah, you know, you're doing well. But now pump that up with multiple community members, all in a nice, giant, scalable line. And that's all going to be flowing up into all of these reward wallets. I mean, it's an amazing opportunity. And you know, and to me, it just seems like, you know, and good thing is that this is not something that one of us came up with. It was something that's what having a good team and being team leaders is all about. We all communicated with each other, even if we were not on the same chain. I mean, this is the thing. I mean, for a while we were on different chains. We're not all on the main chain. But it was like, hey, what about this? What about this? What about this? And then we kind of come up with consensus and say, hey, this is actually, we could work with this. And that's how we're here today. And so we've taken something that was shocking. It's like, whoa, changing the uplines, and say, not just, whoa, changing the uplines, punch myself in the face multiple times until I got a black and blue, make sure I'm awake. But also more of like, whoa, this could be huge.
Yeah. Like, dude, Felly, that's the key to having a team like that. I mean, for me, obviously, I told you guys, that's the key to life for me. So, like, a team, it all extrapolates to this game, too. Like, if you go through this shit alone, you're not going to get any other opinions. You're not going to get, like, even I'm like, and then you're like, someone's like, yo, chill. Here's, I'm like, all right, yeah, okay. You know, no one can do this shit alone. Like, you gotta have peeps. You gotta have a team.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, someone, I think it was Bill Gates. It's like, what I say, how do we be so successful? Like, first thing I was successful at is like, you got to surround yourself with people that are smarter than you. And I can definitely tell you, I surround myself with people that are way smarter than me. That's how you have a best team.
Exactly. Same here, man. Listen, I'm 30 years old. Everybody is smarter than me right now. So I'm just like enjoying this shit.
Well, even me.
Even you, crypto buddy.
Crypto, you put us on this whole streaming thing, man. This is amazing.
Yeah, I'm 31. That's what that extra year does for you.
Hey, we're all even if
I don't have a camera.
And Roller is gold, like a rock, sinks to the bottom of the ocean, but he's gold. Gold.
Roller's crushing, man. NDR, one of the hardest working guys ever. Like, you know, we were all
absolutely.
I was losing a little juice. I know some of the other guys were losing some juice. Not NDR. NDR wasn't losing no juice, bro.
Hey.
No, man, he has super sustained everything back up. He's revitalized a lot of us, I think, just with his energy and his passion. That's what we need, guys, and that's what we do. We build team leaders. We get team leaders on like that, and that's what we want to promote. You know, if you want to get into a chain and do nothing, we can put you in a spot. But if you want to get in and you want to build, you want rewards, and you want to share that, man, we're going to put you in a spot and build your teams. That's what we do. NDR's proof of that. Just get on, ask him. He won't mind the PM. You know, ask him about his bonuses. You know, he works and it pays. Simple
Say
as that.
Say it. Say what an NDR means. No dicking around.
No dicking around. He gets shit done.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
That's what NDR means. No dicking around. Who wants to take that question?
Yo, someone just asked, is 10K your highest? Oh my God. Dude, we just had someone the other day say we need to start a 100K minimum chain. And I'm like, fuck, I mean, we'll manage it. We'll use our expertise to run it, but I don't know. I don't have 100K to put into a chain. God damn. I'll just look at it and be like, yo, this is such a beautiful chain that we manage. You should definitely get in.
I'll put the first wallet down for that chain.
Oh, shit. Stop. Oh, shit.
You know what?
Get it done.
For a second there, I see NDR. He put his Ender. It's like, can we just name it Ender's Game? I mean, really, Ender's Game.
Holy shit! Yeah, I like it.
As soon as I saw Ender's Game, I was like, whoa! I just my name. A guy in Tunter's name, Ender's Game. It's like, oh my god! Whoa.
We're getting Hollywood now, fellas.
What's the other?
Oh wait, we didn't answer that one, did we?
Yeah,
I need some water. I'll be 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think once Flow 1.2 comes out, once BT outlines how it's gonna be a lot better and more, stable and long-term focused, everybody's back in again.
What do you guys think about price of BNKRX? I mean, look, right now, this whole V1.2 or stuff, I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of fluctuations. Honestly, we've seen the price of BNKRX fluctuate. I think once it really comes out, I think there's going to be a lot of demand. There's going to be a lot of movement. What is that going to do for the price? I'll let you guys make your own adjustments. Well, usually when there's a lot of demand, that usually means there's a lot of people buying a lot of stuff going. So I think it's going to be going well. About Polkadot, Polkadot is something really interesting. And I know BT's mentioned it. I know Kaz, you've mentioned stuff about Polkadot, what it does. Being on that type of network. I think it's a little early still, but it's something that's really interesting. I'll be back. Give me a second.
Yeah, I mean, I posted. I mean, so what price of BNKRX? Like I just said, yeah, I think once he releases V1.2, man, it's gonna boom. I'm not gonna lie, that's just what I think. DIY or whatever, do your own shit. But that's just how this guy DeFi is talking about how shit works. How I've seen it is, things happen. BT improves upon the previous, and then everybody's like, hell yeah. And then we have a bad actor who tries to dump, and or something like, well, even the reactor thing wasn't even a bad thing. It was just, a painful thing.
Yeah, like watching my funds go from like 9K down to 3K or whatever it was. I was just a bit like,
maybe we should all just delete our flow accounts from track. We shouldn't track our flow deposits.
Mate, there must have been some people die on that day.
Man.
But there was, it happened. But now there's like $1 million just dripping back in. Like, you can't complain about it. It's just going to do its own thing and start over again, pretty much, isn't it? So.
Yeah, I think it's going to kick out the greedy guys. It's going to kick out the speculators, the people who want to just pump and dump. It's like, you're not going to get your money back. You might as well get in the game because it's better to be in the game now. It's going to V1.2. If what I think how it's going to work, I don't know. This is just my thoughts. It's like, if BT does it right, it's going to make people, it's going to force people to play flow and not just speculate on the price. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that's the ultimate goal. I would think. I don't know. So I think there's a lot of people who bought BNKRX and they're just holding on to it, right? Or they just want to speculate, but it's going to be better to get into flow than speculate.
Yeah. So what else we got here? About rolling counts. positive is huge.
Especially with V2, because hopefully your rolls won't add to your. Sorry, they will add to your net deposits instead of acting as a claim and
Yo, who's
deposit.
the Steve guy's talking some really good info.
Yeah, he's in my train.
Max $1. That sounds fun. I like $1. $1 was fun.
So it's a nice round number, isn't it?
It was like, okay, I got 200.
Even if it stays stable now, it's still good. It allows people to get in, and mate, we're not losing, but what is it, 50 cents or something at the moment?
Like 30, I think.
30 cents, 30, 40 cents, regardless. Like, people are tripping because, like, if they don't understand this is a cash flow machine, like, it's 30 cents. Like that's that's
Oh,
still
sorry,
good.
we use plastic Australian money over here, like Monopoly money, so it's what is it, 43 cents.
That's like 20 Aussie dollars over there. What else we got?
It's cheaper to burn it for fuel.
Talks of taxation.
Oh yeah, like taxation. Yeah, no, that's good. Like he was saying about taking the 5% from airdrops going to Stronghold, and he's going to stick that over the stockpile, didn't he? Which kind of makes sense, I guess, because it rewards people that are supporting the token.
So basically, if what he's saying is that he's going to take that 5% that was making Stronghold so awesome and put it into stockpile,
yeah,
everybody that's locked in stockpile for life is about to have a good day.
So, if in case you guys didn't get that, there's a hint maybe.
To me, that's brilliant. I mean, I think that's brilliant, where you take, because it's basically feeding the same system, right? Where you're kind of taking it, you're putting it into stockpile, which is locked liquidity. That way, you know it's going to be a win, it's going to go up. So it's, but also at the same time, I mean, it gives it an opportunity to grow.
No, sorry. So yeah, I'm like, yeah. He also said reactor. Hell yeah, that's what I'm like. Yeah, put it in the reactor too, because unlimited drip, like. Shit.
I mean, the drip. I mean, reactors. But the goal really was to stabilize the price and keep a constant buying pressure. So that kind of helps. So I mean, that's really one of those things that stabilizes the price. If anything, you already know it's going to give it a constant buy. I mean, this is what I know. You're going to have reactor give you a constant buying pressure, and now there's going to be the ability to go into a 10K chain, and you're going to be ability to do that. I mean, to me, that just seems there's a lot of opportunity. There is going to be a lot of fluctuations in terms of price. I never really like to talk about price because price goes up and down. It's just opportunity to buy and sell, which people's like, oh, well, that's trading. You shouldn't be doing that. Look, you know what? Anybody does with their own money what they need to do to survive and live. And the point is that in a community, you have a good community that helps and will help you and support you. And that's kind of what we do. What's that? What happened to Level Up Life? He's still a bankroller? I have no idea. I'm not sure if anyone else can speak to that.
He should be.
Yeah. I don't know. We haven't crossed paths too much. I think I was on his. I went up on his D Live at one point and stuff like that. But I don't know if he's in right now. But at the same time, that's his prerogative. Joining, being, educating, learning. This is all your choice. This is all our choices, and we all make of it what we can, right?
Yeah. I think the guy's talking about getting in. The best part about Bankroll is that even if you got in high, you get to DCA every day. Like, you can dollar cost average every single day. So, like, just roll. And it's like, dude, what other asset do you get to dollar cost average every single day, regardless of when you buy in? Like, stop.
And let's explain that. What does dollar cost average mean? Okay, dollar cost average. Let's say, I bought it at $1. I bought 1,000 at $1. I was like, well, now, in dollar USD. So this is a question for I'm answering the question for whoever put that of 1,000 at $1 USD. All right. So what is it now? The prices right now, is it 30 something, 36, 37? I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's around that.
Around there. So you bought 1,000 at that price now. So what does that do? The 1,000 at that price, you average the price between the two, between $1 and 37. So that's somewhere in the middle. So let's say about 70 cents. And then you buy 1,000 more, let's say it drops to 20 cents. And then 1,000 more, then all of a sudden 70 cents, 50 cents, 60 cents. So that's what dollar cost average means, is that you have more of the property or whatever, or the stock or the coin. It's just the average price of all of them is lower. And so that kind of what it means by dollar cost averaging. You know, and you want to, and that's usually a smarter play than just selling, because you don't want to just buy high and sell low, because then you made your unrealized losses realized. You made them real. By dollar cost averaging, you actually protect yourself by buying at a lower price, and therefore, when the time comes to make moves, you've made a smarter move. That's kind of like the stuff we're talking about. I mean, because I know I've been asked, like, what is DCA? What is DCA? What is dollar cost average? So,
yeah, I had a lot of my friends asking too, and I'm like, okay, guys, I'd be sending them a video. Listen, you got to at least learn the basics of some things if you're gonna be in like, I'm like, and then they're like, the price dropped. I put in money. I'm like, listen, you can't get mad at me because you didn't study how to invest. Like, I told you what to do, and I never told you to buy in at the top. I said to buy in slowly. You said you were gonna do a little bit. Now, if you're gonna do your own thing, that's fine. If you're gonna just try to invest on your own, that's fine. But you definitely need to learn some basic stuff like dollar cost average. Learn some basic about charts. Learn some basics about fundamentals. Learn some basics about some basic stock investing stuff, and that'll take you a long way. It's like just basic stuff like that. Not buying when it's going up 3x. Waiting a little bit. If it's gone up every day, like if you want to get in, that's fine, but don't dump in. Like, go a little bit at a time. But
let's see. So we're all going a little quiet.
Andre wants to join Balancer, man. Balancer is Andre. It's really I've been in it for a while. I'm loving it. I think when BT said get in Balancer like a few months ago, I was like, ding, I got in. And since then, that shit's gone.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I mean, Balancer is really interesting. I like the it's just the ETH fees. It's just the ETH fees right now. It's the ETH fees.
Yeah, I don't claim rewards. So Balancer is getting rewards just like Bankroll, but I don't claim them because it's too expensive to claim them.
We talk about, I did the same thing with Uniswap where oh yeah, rewards are great, but the claiming them was like, it was just as much as taking them. That's like, I just didn't see the win. I mean, you talk about being too rich. I mean, we complain about energy fees now because it seems like energy fees are a little bit more than when they started out with. But all I got to do is do a couple of ETH transactions, and I'm just like, oh, there you go, there you go, the new bankroller.
Hi, man.
Yeah, little rollers.
Little roller, man. He's gonna get a Bankroll wallet. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, listen, son, I'm gonna inherit you this main chain Bankroll wallet. You better not fuck it up.
Future OG in the house.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, well, listen. I mean, and not to play. I mean, the other day my son was at. I mean, I've been telling my son about this. My son was asking a question. He went to the developers part on the Discord and asked a question because he's doing the coding boot camp. And and of course, and it was hilarious because I've been keeping it quiet for a while. I mean, he knows a little bit, but I've been trying not to push it because what did he like? He wants to learn about blockchain and front stack split and coding, and he wants to do a stream and everything like that. And I mean, what would his dad know anything about any of this? What would I know about any of this? Nothing. I'm just a participant. That's all. You can see more.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. That was awesome. That's so cool that he's getting in. I definitely think getting into the development side, man, is going to take you a long way. Even if you just get into the basics of being able to read it, that's going to help you out. You know what I mean? So, again, the only reason, I think we talked about this in the beginning, but the only reason I'm even at Bankroll is because it's an audited contract, it's verified. BT's a developer that's in the game and talking to everybody. Like, he's publishing all this stuff. Like, that builds a lot of trust, in this smart contract world.
So do we think we can see more BNKRX dip before we start to trend up? You know what? It's possible. I mean, honestly, anything is possible. I mean, I think it could be as people are claiming more to make moves. because sometimes, unless you have fresh fiat, if you want to make certain moves, you want to move from certain places, people might possibly can't claim more to use it. So that is about, that's why I talked about this. There might be a period of a lot of fluctuation, a lot of flux. I mean, who's to know? I mean, at the end, as I said it a million, I'll say it again. It's like, one, you never bet your mortgage. Always make sure that you can lose anything at any time. Everyone sells and dumps at any time, then you can lose everything. Everyone dumps Bitcoin every time, it could be worthless. I mean, that can happen at any time. So I mean, stock markets have crashed. I've won big with Tesla and I've lost big with Tesla also. So I mean, it's no joke. Just be careful, protect yourself, have a backup plan. And have it, when you enter investing, have an exit plan. If you do not have an exit plan, then your exit plan is to go bankrupt. Seriously. If you don't have an exit plan, then the exit plan someone else will make an exit plan for you and drop you to zero. What is your exit plan? What for? I mean, even for people who put $100, $200 on this, it's like, well, I wanted to make money as fast as possible. And it's like, well, okay, well, you put in $100, $200. I mean, what was fast as possible for you? 1 year, 2 years, 3 days? Oh, I've lost all my money in 3 days. It's like, you didn't really give it a shot. You know what I mean? I mean, someone says, I'm going to do things as fast as possible, and that's the way to win. Yes, that's also the way to have sex too. As fast as possible, leave before they complain about you. That way you're a legend.
Just drop that in.
Right.
Just a quick drop in, please.
Leave before they complain about you. Before they say, it's just done, you walked away. You're out the door, A 1,000 customers satisfied because not a single complaint. You never gave them a chance. Maybe it might have been premature leaving, premature everything.
That's all right, babe. I swear we're talking about finances. Explain this conversation to my wife. Crikey.
Just tell her I'm on it. She'll understand.
Yeah, the Latin lover.
That's how I got this, right? I'm an abused spouse. So as soon as I told my wife about the needlepoint group, she just beat me up.
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry.
3 minutes is me. It's all I need because I'm so intense.
So, I mean, I got to hop off here, guys, but I think, the last thing is just like, make sure you guys get pre-signed up for the switchover if you're trying to switch over, because if we can pre-sign up everybody, it's going to make it easy for the team leads to real quickly, boom, 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 get everybody in. So,
yeah, hopefully we'll get a chance to do another live stream with a bit more information before BT drops the V1.2 on us.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we could do like an onboarding, kind of like a live onboarding or something during the time comes, if it all of a sudden jumps on us all of a sudden. And I think that's something that we can kind of keep everyone up to date. So, but yeah, go ahead. You got something you want to say?
Yeah.
Cool. Are we going to do this little giveaway?
give away the bag.
Should we do it? We all doing 100 each.
Yep.
Yeah. Sweet, 400 giveaway. So should we just say, everyone comment your names in the comments on the side, and I will put them in the wheel.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Or put a number 1 as a comment on the side. Everyone puts the number 1 in. They're here live. Put their name on the wheel.
Yeah.
Spin it up.
Come on, guys. Comment your names.
Lucky rollers.
You'll get it into the competition. I think maybe we run a little bit behind.
And did we have anybody else joining us at this time? I know Cos has to step out. What are
Crypto Man of War said he might be joining in.
Okay. Who knows?
He's seen it. He said he's just finishing his dinner.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I'll be on for a little bit. I gotta hop off in about 20 minutes or so and stuff like that. But it's usually about the time we get in, and who knows? Maybe he has some other information.
Okay, right. Oh, I'm just entering all these names in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can see. I was like, what is everybody putting their names on there? What's going on? Did I miss something? How can I put my name in a giveaway, even though I'm the one giving? I'm one of the four giving away.
Oh wow.
Oh man. I mean, here we are, all parts. I mean, what time is roller? What time is it for you? Is it 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. or something?
No, it's 9:37 a.m. But I'm only one coffee in, and
Wow.
I haven't fed all the animals. Actually, my wife's gone down and done all of the chores this morning because I'm sitting here talking to you lot.
Oh, all right. Get an espresso machine. They're lovely. Multiple espressos within it. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
I've got one. Turkish pot.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I got one of those Seco ones. Great. Love it. Wouldn't exchange it. Grind my own beans several times.
Yeah, but if I was going to put an espresso machine on out here, I'd probably have to turn the computer off. You're using too much power. I live in the mountains, bro.
All right. You can still join the chain. So what do we got? Main chain remains the same. Any other questions?
I mean, the one thing I'm thinking about, guys, is like the fact that they want us to make the 100K chain. Like, shit, we got to do the 100K chain. We got to do it.
100K chain.
I mean, that's 3 people that say they want to do it. That's 3 people right there. Even if just those 3 people got in on it, that's good for them.
Mate. Yeah, guys, put your name and you'll get it sent to your account. You don't have to sign it, so it'll just go straight to your account.
I don't know, Roller. We got. I think the 100K chain might need to come soon, guys. So everyone stay. So we got the 10K. It's going to become 20K soon, and then the 100K is coming, man. It's got to.
Huh? Oh, something to think about, and this is just me brainstorming here. If you have 100K, and let's say you don't have a team, we'll put you in a spot where you can earn from everyone. Imagine that. Because not all of us could afford 100K. Oh, there he is.
Here he is.
Crypto man, wait, buddy.
Boom. Look! I even wore the purple shirt for you. Oh, muted.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're just about to do a 400 banker giveaway.
Where do I join?
Do you want to put some in, or do you want to get people, or do you want to sign?
Sure.
You're on the wrong side of the screen.
100 in.
Yeah.
Damn, that went up quick.
It's 500
Sure.
giveaway.
500
God
giveaway.
damn.
So I wasn't able to catch what you guys were talking just a little bit in the beginning. So yeah, exciting times ahead. I mean, people are understanding that it's cash flow for all forever. And that means making changes. I mean, that's the way of the game.
I mean, look, you missed the beginning when I was talking about the bruise. This is the hazards of having kids. But it was also when the news came out, how people pinch themselves to make sure they're awake. I just started punching myself in the face multiple times. Make sure you're awake. Make sure you're awake. And of course, I ended up with purple. But you know what? We're going with a Bankroll purple, right? That's kind of what it is. And I was saying, but this is an amazing opportunity because, I mean, we talked about earlier, Crypto Buddy, Roller, a lot of us on a bunch of different chains. It's like, here we are. We've worked in the community for a while. We've been here about 2 months. It's like, we could actually be one giant scalable chain, where you make a big, nice community in terms of that, where you could join, you could join at the bottom of the chain and say, hey, look, be joining the bottom of the chain and we can put you at the top of the chain too. We can give you rewards while on the very top, where you can not only basically get your earnings where you're at, but also get the earnings from the very top. And it all flows in a certain way. I mean, and these are things that we're spitballing and brainstorming. Ideas of different team leaders, because at least now we've seen how the system works. At least now we know who shows up, who's reliable, how things are going. you know, because at the beginning, a lot of us didn't know each other, didn't know how things were going. But I mean, just imagine, I mean, I'm just drooling. Think about it. It's like, whoa, it's like you could actually unite all chains into one giant chain, and we could all
Yes.
kind of feed each other. And next thing you know, we
Yes,
have a
but that's one point of it. But if you understand about the new flow update, it's there are several things that are working towards people understanding that we need to row in the same direction, even if we need to push them to make that decision. So even Bank Tower says that there will be net positive incentives. So again, people were taking a lot from the system, and some of us that rolled every rolled got punished because of these bad actors. And I think the update to the counters is to say like, yeah, right now if you want to hurt the players that are rolling and that are investing in the system, that actually give you the money to play, you're not going to be able to abuse it. And I think the team decision, I think BT saw that as a last resort, because the way the contract is going to be written, that's the only solution. There's no other way to do it. And okay, we can start making new strategies, new plans, and I think that is great. It excites all of us. But I would like to see this change of net positive be more openly talked about, because right now if we look to the whole ecosystem, we can see that a lot of people are draining the contracts, and by incentivizing more people to roll together, even if that incentive is mandatory, let's say, so at some point. Okay, so I think that's a really positive change, and I think that's the main focus of the update, is to understand to bring in longevity to the program, and not ROI horse, let's say. People are just wanting to get in, get out, quick cash grab, and some people are here for years, and they are still primed to become financially more stable and independent, and however they want to play it. I think it's great. The game needed a patch, so he deployed it. So that's when people say that it's decentralized. It will be decentralized when it works 100%. Right now, you cannot decentralize an application that's broken. Yeah, that's. I think there are a lot of things that are going to improve in this new flow.
Yeah. Should we do this wheel? We'll spin this wheel and give this money. Give the BNKRX away. Yeah. We'll give like another like 10, 15 seconds for you guys. Just put your names down if you want to be on the wheel, and then we'll roll. And then what's that? 100 BNKRX each. We're all going to do two addresses.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Sweet. Oh, crypto. 3D Crypto is asking what the wheel is. You're gonna see my great wheel.
Can't believe you've got the green screen background, Crypto Man of War. I was just talking about that in group, and then the next day, bam, you've got it. I'm like, this dude's too far ahead of the game.
Yeah, I was doing it for some webinars. It's actually the Zoom feature that automatically does it for you. So it's kind of janky. It's kind of, but it works. So whatever.
Oh, okay. It's just a built-in software feature. Cool.
Yeah, on Zoom. Yeah, and then you can use it as a webcam.
Yeah, it works quite well then, considering.
Yeah, I was actually impressed by it, and it helps
everybody
me
is.
blur the pictures on the back. So two for two.
I wonder how they would look on hallucinogenics. I'm wondering right now. I'm not sure. In terms from the scientific aspect, not from a consumption aspect. You know.
I'm sure next weekend you'll find out.
Yeah.
Oh, nice wheel.
Oh, look at that.
Oh man.
Oh, it's spinning. All right, he's gonna win this.
Are you giving 100 to 5 people? Or
500.
what?
Oh my God, he's gonna be rich.
Oh, you haven't got NDR on the list.
Zoe.
Oh yeah, NDR. Zoe won.
My address starts with Zoe.
Zoe, nice. Oh, it's definitely not 50. I've got to change that. All right, okay, cool. Let's take Zoe off of this then.
Oh, so it's last man standing.
Here we go.
Nice.
You go in.
There you go.
Marvin.
You know, it should be where the ad is what's given away. He just won a new Honda CRV.
Are these guys winners or what?
Yeah, so we've got 2 winners. There you go.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, Marvin. So yeah, Marvin and Zoe won. That's what. So we'll do 250 each, or did you want to do 5 100s? That's you guys.
5 100s maybe. That way.
5 100s.
Let's just do 5 100s.
Cool. 5 100s.
NDR, are you still in chat, buddy?
I think he is. Yeah.
We'll put you on the wheel.
There we go. NDR. So NDR.
NDR's in everything. I swear to you. Everything. Talk about max participation. No dick
Marco wants to get involved. With anyone else? Oh, here we go.
All right.
Another 3 more times.
Free money.
Win.
Oh. Nick T.
Ooh, Anjo. Great.
Here we go again.
Oh no, a couple people. Oh.
Amory, nice.
Oh my God! Someone said to add their name, and I'm going to butcher this name, but I'm going to butcher it because it's this is how I pronounce it in my head, and it's like Arnub and Moshin.
What is it?
Arnub and Moshin, but then I read it the right way. It says Arnab and Moshin because I was like, oh, he's Moshin. Arnub, Armash, and Moshin.
Okay, I'm gonna put AR out. There you go. AR's that's that guy. No. No. He's got too much.
No. There it is. NDR.
Oh, NDR says he doesn't want to be in it.
He's just giving his back to the team.
Oh,
Yeah,
so he's donating his winnings to the wheel. What a big man! That's a big person, right? There you go.
You missed Jesus though, or Jesus.
Oh, Zeus. Okay, I'll put it on.
Also, earn passive income. Says he didn't get on, I guess.
Rigged. It's rigged.
Rigged.
Yeah, you're not on the list.
Rigged.
We
Who was it? Who's
don't
the
have rigged.
my name. Okay, yeah. Jesus. Go. So I think that's all the names. I think there's no more, is there?
I don't think so.
Okay, Crypto Dragon, he wants on.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
More? This is
And
the last one.
Rubia, yeah. Jennifer Rubia, what's her name? Is she on there?
Yeah, Jesus Sanchez.
No, Jennifer's not on there.
Hey.
Jennifer Robia.
Okay, Jen, she's on.
Okay.
There you go. Cool. Right, I'm just gonna spin it. There you go.
Nice.
Nice. Cool. So yeah, if you guys all just where should I send their TRX addresses to? Should we send them to?
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
I'm
Tell us
gonna do
100
what
each, so get them to
Tell them to drop them right now. Drop them in chat so we can each grab one.
Yeah.
Fine, if
Easy
you
as.
guys drop, if the winners drop their TRX address in chat, then we'll send you the 100 BNKRX each.
Yep. We can definitely do that. Kaz, if you don't mind, I might need a hand with that, and I'll give you the 100 little.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no.
I'm the non-technical person of this group. I think I'm just the trophy player. I'm beautiful. You know.
Yeah, your bruised up lip. Beautiful.
That's how you get beautiful. Lovers. Where's my wife? I gotta make sure she's not
Play
watching.
nice, wank your feet up.
Hey, you missed it. Crypto Man, what you missed it earlier. We were saying is like, we talked a little bit earlier about banker and stuff, and I was like, what if we could all of a sudden, what if it could be where the levels would be enabled, the more banker you have, so let's say instead of having where you'd have to have the wallets, how you'd have to before, you'd have to have 15 directs to get down to 15 levels. So what if to get one level down, you need at least 1,000 banker? To get 2 levels, 2,000 banker.
Yeah, that would do a little pump in price, but I don't see people. I don't see the development for banker really in a good place right now. I mean, truth be told, in a year when we are all oversupplied with BNKRX, banker is still at 21 million. If he needs a prime, because if Bank Teller needs a token for a DApp that isn't oversupplied and it can actually have a use case, he will use Banker. So, but I think right now the full development is in longevity of BNKRX. It is what it is. We have to. We are always looking for something, and you guys can see that in Bankroll things don't stop. Every day in the Telegram, you will go see what's new, what did you miss. It keeps you on edge. Isn't like some projects that die down eventually and they don't see upgrades. Only scam contracts, like BT said. Scam contracts don't get updated. Bankroll always gets updated. Tomorrow, it might say, I have a new use case for banker, and I mean, it never stops. I think it's awesome. It's awesome being a part of it. And looking back, things changed so much, but still continue the same. It's always great.
All right. I still like the opportunity where we could stake banker and then it opens up multiple levels of bonuses, because then you have no one would sell it. I mean, one of the hardest things about banker is that people talk the expression of pump and dumps. You buy and then you sell it. You buy and you sell it. But then let's put it this way: if you have 300 people underneath you, and it took 15,000 banker to open up 15 levels, and you'd have to keep the banker to have those 15 levels, would you ever really sell? Because if you sold, you would lose your percentage. You would lose your boost. So in many ways, I mean, think about it. All of a sudden, you'd have all these players, multiple hundreds, thousands of players, that to get your percentage boost, the only way you can get them is by buying banker. And all you have to do is hold it, stake it. I mean, because one of the issues we've encountered is liquidity. And again, this is not a fully formed idea, right? But if you'd have banker where you're holding it, we're talking about hodling it, really. Hold on for dear life. Because if you sell it, you're going to lose your percentage boost. You're going to lose your levels. You're going to lose your bonuses. But if hodling it is how you keep your bonuses, man, I would never sell that. I'd keep that. Then that becomes the Bitcoin, because that's the only way I'm going to keep my levels. And the only way I can get to deeper levels, I'd have to increase that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, man. I think it's a good idea to get banker to hold, personally.
I would not sell it. I mean, and this is an idea. I mean, this is, if you think there's a better idea, hey, look, these are just ideas tossed up. I mean, at the end, BT will kind of look at it and says, you cannot code that. and I'm going to bow down to the greater wisdom. You know what I mean?
Anything. He can code anything. Don't.
You know?
There's nothing he can do.
But
He will
that's the
find a
you know,
way.
but one of the things is always is like, how can you have it where banker, you keep banker? Because that's the part, right? Because in flow, you have it locked. So how would you lock it? I mean, really, if you sell it, you lose your levels. You lose your level bonuses.
Yeah, on the same page, you could say that BT could finally get over the hurdle and try to make Banker a staking coin. So BNKRX right now it isn't in a good place to behold as a staking coin in other platforms. But Banker being limited 21 million, I mean it can be used with another token to farm another token.
Yeah.
But people were saying Banker is our crown and joy. It always will be. It always will be the token that represents Bankroll. And in the future, when people look for Bankroll on Market Cap or other things, they will always look at Bankroll token and see how good the project is. And when we finally find a good use case for it, the numbers will show and people will see that it's no joke. Exactly, I was talking about migrating to another platform, Polkadot or something, and you will bring the token with it. So the token, we might see the token in a year, maybe even less, migrate to another chain and become hugely successful because it opens up without scrutiny of the Tron network, let's say. So people always looking for DeFi opportunities, and when they hear Tron network, they always get scared off. So if Bankroll migrates to another chain, it's like a fresh start, let's say. And with the community we have, and people were discussing also early, the great thing that makes a good project isn't much the technology. Sometimes it's the community that stands by the project no matter what. And the Bankroll does it time and time again. That the community supports it. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, 100% agree. It's like the community with BT and the developer, right? If you got a good developer like BT and you got the community behind them, as long as everybody sticks together, we're in the game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, because I'm thinking about it, you talked about there's 21 million, right? There's 21 million. How many players do we assume we have? How many players do we have lately in Bankroll? Let's just assume. Well, 30, I mean, not assume. Let's look at it. How many do we have right now?
34,000 nearly.
34,000.
Or 39. How much? 34,000, I think.
So 34,000. So 34,000. And if you needed 1,000 to open up a level, how many million is that? That's 1,000 a level. That's 3.4 million. Isn't that right? 2 zeros. No, 1,000. No, that's actually more. We actually were run out. There is not enough bank to open up 15.
Why that's so high, bro? Roll over that. Let's go 100.
Oh, no. I mean, it's an idea. It could be 100. It could be 100. It could be 500. It could be, I mean, I just pick a number because it's easy, right? But if you put a use case, where you have to stake it to get your levels, and they're saying in 1,000, there is not enough banker to get 15 levels for every player. That becomes a commodity. People want to buy it as soon as possible and hold it. It's like, oh, we'll sell it. It's like, I'm not selling this, because if you know the difference of getting 1 level versus 2 levels versus 15 levels, I mean, that's a huge bonus, especially if you have 15 levels where we're putting a $10,000 down, a 10,000 wallet downline on the end of our main chain, and each one's 10,000, 15,000, 100. Imagine on the 100,000 players, and you're missing it because you don't have enough banker to stake per wallet. If you have 5 wallets,
it would get insane, because then you would have people who would like buy it up and be like, nah, I'm not getting rid of it because I want my levels. And then the price would get so high, they would be like, you know what, screw it, you can have the level. And then the price of like, but you know, and that's just speculation. Come on, guys, relax. I'm about to buy some
this is not
right now.
This is pure speculation. I'm just, but this is a question for, as a team leader, would then banker become very valuable for you if it would give you level penetration?
Of course, it reminds me of like the Blockfolio wallet. You gotta hold so much like of that coin to get the cash back on your credit card. Like, it's that's the entire Blockfolio model.
Yep. I mean, crypto.com is the same way, and other ones where you have to have a certain amount to get the cash back, to get the bonuses. So, I mean, so maybe it becomes where you're staking the coin, which has no use case at this time, which is a good time for me to buy. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do. right? Where were you when Banker was 4 TRX? 3 to 4 TRX is one of the things we always have. But it's in terms of where liquidity is always an issue, and we're buying and selling, and we're at the at the mercy of traders. Is like then that's something to consider, where because you're staking the coin, and what is it become more valuable to hold it or now sell it because people want to get higher further levels in. That's something to that's something for me to consider. I don't know. That's if it was like that, but at the end, if it can't be coded, it can't be done.
No, for sure. We already had some kind of system that required power ups in the past. It was you had to add Tron to grow climb levels to have more efficient banker mining. It was the first miner. It was like this, so it could be done. Maybe it's something that will come in the future. We don't know. Maybe it might be your suggestion might be fruitful.
I think one thing you guys are talking about. I think one thing that's key though is whenever Banker gets to this price, it's been a good time to buy it. You never know what BT's cooking up, man. You should buy it when it's low.
Yeah. When nobody talks about it. The last time I sold Banker for 1 TRX, I regret it the next week. and I had made so much. Yeah, I did make so much back in the days. I mean, play money, I guess, but it's what keeps us here. It's the gains. The gains keep us here, coming back. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm pretty pumped about the polka dot thing. So I mean, I mean, we gotta hop off, but like, man, the fact that we can go cross chain and just go to a whole new network because BT can do that, like that should give everybody confidence. Like we're not even tied to Tron. Like Tron chain is like if Tron dies, they're done. Not us.
Hey, Crypto Man, I know if this idea comes through, the whole staking a banker, you know what I want, right? You should know what I want. What do I always want?
More unicorn shirts.
Yes. Buddy, the ultimate signed. You can get, actually, you know what? You can get one off your back and sign it. I'll sign one for you.
We'll need some booth in the crypto convention.
Absolutely, absolutely.
people once we get off the Tron network, you can start shielding the DeFi, and people are gonna say DeFi where, and you say Polkadot, and it's like, I'm in. I'm into all that old new technology. Polkadot is the future. So, but if you say Tron network, they all whatever. Tron network sucks. I mean, they're right. Sometimes you don't even want to say that it's in the Tron network. But the future looks bright, and if BT is willing to put in the work to migrate, I mean, we're all gonna benefit a lot. Not only because we're gonna leave Tron and actually see some price appreciation, but because it's something new, and new things is always exciting.
New things are good. But listen, I got to let you guys go. I got another commitment coming up at this time, but always a pleasure. If I don't see you before, I'll see you guys next week, and let's see how things flow. All right. I'll see you guys. Keep enjoying, keep informing, keep educating. Kaz, I'll send you the 100 BankRX later. Okay, bud? All right.
100,000.
100,000.
Send him twice.
My
Double
bad.
transaction.
Hey, one chain community, right? Join us at the end of the chain. You get a reward wallet on top. I mean, if all things happen, I mean, it's a win-win. Win and win. Unify. Unity. I mean, I this from last time. I don't think you can see it.
Community.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I gotta let you go. Always a pleasure, and we'll keep talking. We'll keep flowing. We keep staking. We'll keep owning. All right, win.
Yo, we're back.
Rolling.
24 viewers. Crypto. This is crazy. Like it dipped down and now it's back up.
People want to hear the scoop.
Yeah, man. These are building up.
So did you guys tell Man of War the rundown for the 10K chain?
Oh, I have. I mean, last time when the whole voice chat went down, I couldn't even sleep. I swear to God, I was wide open, thinking about how can this affect me and how can it benefit me. And I mean, it gets me off the chair. Last days, I must admit, I was sitting. There's nothing I can do. I roll at the start of the day, and the rest is checking Telegram and waiting for the divs to come. But
Yeah.
I even
Before you
made
know
a
it, it's time to
meme.
roll again at the end of the day.
I cannot. I like to wait at least 24 hours, and if I could, I would wait more because I just like seeing big numbers. The bigger, the better. And I'm like, I'm gonna roll 24 hours. I always do 24 hours because I tend to keep track of it in an Excel sheet to see how it's going. If the numbers are inflating, and
It
that's.
sounds like you need another zero on your deposits, brother.
I'm all for decimals. So the more numbers to the right, the better. But
I'm 100% with you though, man. I was towards the end of there, I was kind of slowing down. I was probably rolling like in the beginning, I was rolling like every hour. And towards the end, I was probably like, 2 to 3 times a day. Sometimes it would be once a day, like you said, 24 hours. Sometimes I would go a whole day. And I knew it was a good day. I knew it was a good day when I never had to roll. I was like, I didn't roll once a day. This is a damn good day. But yeah, man. For sure. So basically, crypto. So basically, what we're doing though is a 10K minimum chain at the bottom of our chain, and basically all the team leads like you who join are gonna get a guaranteed downline full of 10K minimum wallets, and most of them are team leads who have way above 10K. So we're actually looking at probably raising the minimum soon, but basically 10K minimum wallet, a 10K minimum wallet downline. And basically, if you bring your team over, obviously everybody with your team stays exactly the same. The only thing that changes is you join under our team, under the 10K wallet chain. You get 10K people under you. And then also at the top, Man of War, since you're obviously an OG and a baller, we're going to give you a rewards wallet above our chain, above your chain, and above all the chains, bro. Your rewards wallet would be above chain, so you have your wallet on the 10K chain, and then you also have a rewards wallet on top to give back to your fam and your peeps from everybody's work.
Well, I cannot commit for something. I cannot commit. I have something working in the fleet that, I mean, I have never done anything like this, and it's insane. So we are developing something for Flow V2 V1.2. I think
You're
it's going to
big.
benefit everyone in the
And
community.
that's still the good thing about Flow in general. It doesn't matter if we're in the same main chain or not. I mean, our chain's great. You would benefit greatly for being in it. I can't deny that. I'm going to try and sell it. But even if you're not, we're all in it to win it, and we all help each other out.
Yeah, it's great. I think
Join us.
in a way, I will try to make I will try to make the process of joining Flow a little more simple, a little more top down, and you're gonna get an exact reward for participating and such. But I have so many wallets I can't even count them. But right now I think I have one wallet that's the fleet that keeps rolling, keeps growing down in value. But well, when can you do? I mean, that will pay off in the long term. So right now I have something very, very good to announce in the future for everyone. I mean, it doesn't have to be a team leader, but everyone can benefit. The good thing about this update is there's always an upline, so you're always competing for that upline. Even if you say me to join under you, yeah, you can always join under me as well, and just let's form a 10 14 a 50 man chain, and BT is gonna have like 10 refs total, because we're just gonna take the tree and plant in Australia, and it goes down. So there's always an upline, and that I think that uh, I mean, airdrops are great to reward people, but maybe some new events, new ways of incentivizing people. I think one of the things that doesn't I try to do it with my team is I only airdrop to one person every day. Sometimes more, sometimes less. But I think when you split the reward amongst everyone, it just feels so cheap, feels so diluted. Because a great thing about airdrops is you get something exciting, you get something that is worth getting excited about. That's why I only reward to one people. Maybe I'll start doing to 5. But if you do to 5 people, then the people get upset because they didn't get it. But if you do to only one, they feel unlucky. So I think sometimes constant rewards is always important. But as we can see, and the data shows that vertical chains are a proven success. I mean, if you want to join Flow, I think there needs to be an easy way, and that's what we're trying
Absolutely.
to do. And we're
Yep.
trying to reach people, and to do marketing efforts, to do pushes, to do media pushes, to do promotional YouTubers and everything. And then people realize, well, I mean it. How can I grow? And they start going to NDR and start seeing other chains. They start meeting people. They start interacting with the community, and they start. Some people do this. They start metagaming. What's the meta? How can I improve this 110%, 150%? But I think that one step lacks very much in Bankroll. That's the reach. The outreach in Bankroll is very, very lacking. People's word of mouth is great, but sometimes, as it happened to me, I stumbled upon it, and it went from there. Sometimes you just need to see an ad, to see a video, to see a promotion, to get your head spinning about compounding, and you sleep compounding. If I compound 1 cent for 10 years, I'm gonna be Warren Buffett. And I think we are trying to push that narrative. But it's going to be a great time. I mean, people say that team leads untangling themselves from their uplines is probably the best thing since the start of Flow. It's very, very exciting because the incentives are there. I just don't see that poaching small fishes is good. I think that's bad, because that might even hinder some chains, because if one small fish switches, their downline might not be very happy. But with team leads that know what they are doing, and they are aware of the implications that means switching an upline, I think it's a great time to strategize, to position yourselves, because most of us have so many wallets that we can now target this approach in a more focused way, to benefit everyone that is benefiting the community. Let's not put ourselves in a negative place. And I think this it would be great if all the teams brought their efforts together. But it's a single player game. It doesn't need to be so broad and such a together progress. Myself included, I don't really do telegrams, and because I make that decision at the start of Flow, because there are a lot of people that gonna need the answers, and I don't have time to answer them all. Not even my website as a form sheet that people can contact, and I get flooded with so many emails. I don't like that. I like what BT does. There's a channel of communication that people can hear the news, ask some questions. But once you open the floodgates to people to spam, I mean, this isn't even my main job, and I'm dedicating more time to it than anything. I don't do anything else now. So
Yeah, I get.
I think all the team leads are in the same position at the moment, where outside of your full-time job or whatever it is you do, this is your main time commitment. I know a lot of team leaders that have been copping flack from their other halves because they've been putting too much time into this, but it's just how good it is. You get excited, like you said, every day. Even though you might be getting flooded with some spam, I still see the excitement in your face when you're talking about it, because there's a lot of people there that you're helping out. And you do those videos on YouTube where, I mean, that's great. So you don't have to answer questions. You just put up the info you know. You let that dilute and let people get it into their heads, and then they'll take it from there. You do a great job, man, and I always get motivated from from just watching your vids and just having you around. It's awesome. Yeah, appreciate you massively, brother.
I like to push things out of the box. Let's try to do things about Bankroll, and it keeps working. So, I mean, just getting things out there. I have some more things planned. I think it's exciting, and what is more exciting is that I never got a penny from Bankroll, so I'm not sponsored. So it's all voluntary work. So there's no one saying that I can't do something, and no one telling that I cannot do something. And I think, uh, talking about now that I remembered, I think that's always that we need to do. It's if you go down to the page, you see that Bankroll is a protocol. You can use the protocol. So I mean, just doing it. It's more. It's 90% of the way. The rest you can talk it out. Doesn't matter. But I think it's great that people start thinking out of the box to maximize their own profits and the team's profits and everyone's profits. And if I was in the start of the first day, I might do something about the vertical chain. I think vertical chains well thought out are the future. But right now I don't have the time commitment to do one of these. And I think there's a place for vertical chains, and there's someone doing it. There's no need to try to replicate someone else's success, and more how can I differentiate myself from that. And I think that in all technology, it's well, all technology is copying, but I don't see that in that case being very
Oh, this way you broaden the net and keep all bases covered. Totally understand where you're coming from there, brother. Absolutely. Oh,
And
well done.
when people come to the Telegram, they just ask a few questions and they start meeting people and DMing, and they just get into it. And then suddenly they're off the stick. They're on to themselves. And away they go. I don't have to hear about it. You do you. You don't have to thank me. More and more people are getting from the Medium articles, because some people don't really are really picky with their YouTubers. If they see a face they don't like, if they hear a voice they don't want to hear, if they see low production, they just don't care too much about YouTube videos. And even I was surprised so much people have time to read Medium articles. And even I don't read them. Sincerely, I just write them, and sometimes I don't read them back. I just find it boring to read articles. But I guess some people have time to find it very useful for them, I will start doing more, because people feel that if you write something in the internet, and you do in a Medium article, they get more facts. They get factual things, and not nonsense from YouTubers. And that's something that I never thought about really, because there's no difference for me writing an article or writing a script. But people seeing YouTube, they think it's someone else's opinion, and they don't care. But when they see an article, they almost take it as truth. I was surprised by that, actually. So it really I did it in the start of Flow. It was the first thing I did, because I was trying to get the information out there, and it turned out to be one of the best decisions I ever made, because before the launch of Flow, uh, and no one kind of knew what Flow was, and there was an article that explained it. And oh great, I even launched the article before before Flow launched, and people got wind of Flow and what isn't it, got in from the start. And my address was down there, and I felt the need to, okay, let's say this isn't my referral. Let's say this is a team, and how can I grow from there? So everyone that got into that article, that got the code when Flow launched, and then didn't have a code, they start using the Fleets code. And I was like, maybe I should brand it as some referral network that rewards players for joining. And that's what he did.
Yeah.
Actually,
That's true organic growth, man. Well done. Well done.
yeah, it's
Look,
trying
sorry,
to.
guys. I've been on for a couple of hours, and I got plenty of animals to go and look after, like real ones, not human ones. So it's been great, and I'll talk to you guys during the week, and be on next week for a stream as well. All right,
Cheers,
guys,
bro.
take it easy.
Cheers.
Nice being
And
your
see you
buddy.
later, rollers. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
Later, Roller.
Later, Bob.
Yeah.
Did one of you guys want to explain like clear explanation on the net positive side of things? Because BT said he was going to put the airdrops as net positive, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think information is out yet, but it's something to do with the fees. If you are positive, you'll pay less fees because there's gonna be a fee apparently. And yeah, airdrops. Well, I I will restrain myself from that decision of putting airdrops positive because I kind of do meta strategy, and I think that can fuck some parameters up with some people. But let's see,
Mm.
because being net positive and doing deposits for your chain. I mean, who's in your chain? Yourself. You're doing deposits for yourself. You're rolling the same button until you get your address, and then airdropping 10,000, and then suddenly you're net positive, but you just take your money out and redeposit in your old account again.
Yeah.
That's something that
There is that side
really
to it, but if he's saying like, oh, you're going to pay a bigger fee after you've gone over your net positivity, then that just helps stop the price tanking again, doesn't it? Or help like whales sort of going in, just withdrawing it all.
Well, it definitely punishes them for claiming, and they could get, let's say, if the fee is 25%, but for this example, let's say it's 25%, they could get 25% more if they rolled. So technically, they would be getting more for them. And I actually did an article, but I didn't release it yet on the case for roll. And you will need to roll in the future to keep up with inflation. And it's not something like it's not something you would say like, oh, okay, so I can claim and get my money out now. Yeah, sure you can, but in 3 months, someone with $500 will still get $500 of BankRX, and you will get $5 a day.
Yeah.
If that $500 he gets in 3, 4, 6 months is worth your whole stack, you didn't roll. Because if you rolled, you would keep up with inflation. That's the basic strategy that I can explain to people. Right now, yes, you're getting whatever you're getting, but in the future you'll get less. Inflation, it will catch up. There's no way around it. And the only way for you to secure your future without being diluted from the rewards is by rolling. Again, I did also some pretty rough math that was kind of dumb in my opinion, because I come out with a result that was like, oh, that's okay, that's pretty basic. So I did all the calculations, and well, I'm not a great mathematician, but if the inflation was over 30% a month at 30 days a month, you would be better off just claiming, selling, holding a few days, weeks, months, and then buying again your position, because you would get a bigger pie for that, even with compounding. So what number is that? 30%, around 30%, which means basically if the price if the price drops 1% a day, you're better off claiming, because you're losing to inflation, because you're gaining 1%, but you're losing in price appreciation. So you might as well just have claimed, sold it, and buy the next day for a lower price, and you would get more than 1% for that claim. But again, that's the explanation I have for it is, if the price drops 30% in 30 days, you would be better off. If you believe the price is going to drop 50%, you're better off just claiming and waiting and then buying, because people that rolled at an higher price, and when you holding it, and when you buy it, you will get more than what the guy rolled for. So if you rolled 20 BankRX and you claimed 20 BankRX and sold it, because you need to sell it to buy it at a cheaper price, obviously, then a month from now, you're going to buy like 100 BankRX for the same price that you could have rolled at 20. So you're keeping up with inflation, and getting more reward for the same TRX. So what means that, if you could, let's say we can look at tomorrow's divs and sell, and in a year the inflation is going to be so high with that 100 BankRX divs. That's like, I don't know, 1,000 tron, or 1100 tron. In 1 year you'll be able to buy 50,000 BankRX. But people that rolled kept up with inflation and are still getting their $50, $100, maybe even more. And what that does, it sets you up for price drops. So if the price drops, you don't get hurt as much by rolling. But if the price pumps, oh baby, if the price pumps, you get rewarded like it's Christmas time.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it, because right now the numbers still add up. You still have too much Banker X locked up. There's too much Banker X being locked up, that if one guy with 100,000, 200,000 just splashes in liquidity, the price goes bananas. So
Yeah.
people being upset about price don't realize that the only thing that hurts us is not getting people in. And if we start crying and, oh my money, we're just gonna throw people off. And if that whale comes in at 8, at 5, you still drop 100K. You will still get 1K a day. You'll probably pump the price so hard that it will make you all selling cheaper BankRX, and you will get all your positions. So in the future, a whale comes in, you will get all the pool. The cheaper the BankRX, the more a whale can grab that pool, that liquidity pool, and that the liquidity pool is what holds us together. I mean, we are all in it, but when we need to convert BankRX to cash, there's only one place to go. And that place needs to feed everybody. Everybody needs to be fed by that. So
Yeah.
we need to protect that like it's a sacred temple. And that means bringing whales in. And if you get them a cheaper price, they will price you out. They will compound even harder because they got a cheaper price. And when their time comes to take their piece of the pie, if you didn't continue to roll and kept your share, your little piece of the pie, you're gonna get diluted, and then you cry because the price dropped. But if you kept rolling and keeping up with inflation, price drop actually is something that you are working with. You are expecting the price drop, and if it didn't drop, it's Christmas time. It's the best thing. The price goes up 10%, you're like living in divs land. So
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So, real quick, I just wanted to show Miguel. You said, "What does flow do?" So, I just wanted to show you real quick. This is the flow contract, and you're like, "Hey, does it do 50% claim, 50% deposit? What?" Well, I mean, real quick, sometimes I know exactly what it does, but sometimes I just want to know, and I refresh. So I just go to the code, and I'm just like, "Oh, well, let's look at the code again. Let's just see what the code does." So let's actually look to see what flow does. Let's answer your question. And like the cool thing about the blockchain and the cool thing about BT is that he verifies his contracts, and anybody can go in and download the contract and start looking at it and seeing exactly what happens. So you said, what does he say? What happens when you do a roll? So let's find the roll method. So here's the roll method right here. So basically what happens when you do a roll is he calls the claim function and then the deposit function. So all you're doing when you're rolling is you're doing a claim and then you're doing a deposit. So what do you do when you do a claim? Let's find the claim function. Claim is here. It's also right here. So claim, all claim does, this is the claim that you hit from the UI. The claim does the same thing, right? It just does a claim. And it's the exact same function call as the roll. Claim. So all you're doing is the claim function and then depositing. So all we got to, so to find out how the deposit works, well, the claim is right there. So let's just go to the claim. So here's the claim. Claim gives you basically, what is it? Sorry, I'm scrolling down to the bottom. You get all of it. The claim gives you 100% of what's available. And it's showing you right here how that works. We don't got to get into it. But at the bottom, here's the key thing right now that's happening is 5% of your payout is going to the stronghold. So, and that's a claim. So then all we're doing is for a roll is we do a claim and then a deposit. So let's see what a deposit does. right here, and a deposit. Looks like it does a buyback as well, right?
Nice.
So I think on a roll, you're doing 2 buybacks. You're claiming doing a buyback, you're depositing doing a buyback. So, or is that right or is that wrong? Fun
wish
buyback.
I knew. I wish I knew.
Well, no, yeah, it is. It's right. Look at this is the claim, right? And we're doing a fund buyback. It's the exact same call. So literally, on the deposit, we also do a fund buyback. So we're doing the exact same call on both. So when you claim, you're doing the same thing as. So when you roll, you're doing the same thing as claiming and then depositing 100% of what you just claimed. Like that's what a roll does. But instead of 2 transactions and two approvals, it's just 1.
Yeah.
So, hope that
Yeah.
answers.
So that answer is pretty much yes. So you get 100% of what you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Gives it.
It doesn't split it up any kind of way. But the one thing that's right is the buyback. And I think the one thing everyone's wondering is what happens to the buyback in the new flow? Is the buyback going to Stronghold? Is there going to be a buyback? And if there is going to be a buyback, where does that buyback go? Right? Is that going to the reactor? Is it going to stockpile? What? I think that's what everybody's wondering. That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, we can wonder as much as we want, but until it's in the code, we still don't know. So we might as well wait and see. And when he publishes that new code, we can go through it in detail, bit by bit, of the new things that are. And if there is an automatic text to Kinko's account, we know. We can see it. We can see the text.
I mean, that's the key. That's why we're in Bankroll, because we can all go through it. It's so visible. It's so transparent.
Yeah, I wish more people knew about how to look at the code and see they're not getting scammed left and right. But
yeah, we had
I mean,
a guy in here earlier.
if we were in Polkadot, we would be legit. Is all I have to say. If we were in Polkadot, no one would say a thing. We would be legit. If we had bank and Polkadot, forget it. We'll be millionaires by now. Get that banker to Polka, and we'll be set. And even I don't really know much about it, but ever since you started talking about Polka started, all I hear is Polka. I don't know, but people are getting something that I don't know. I trust the man. If he knows, I'll just drop a little back. I will not click it twice like King Cos did. I will not click it twice. I want it so bad. I'm gonna click it twice and then get the double back. But for sure, I'll do. I only bought some, and I usually don't follow someone else's advice on buying that thing. But because so many people were talking about Polka Starter, I was like, this must be a top 20 coin. I already lost the boat, and then I saw that it's still at 184 in the market cap, and I was like, oh. Wait, am I just hearing about this now and it's still early? Oh, finally some low, some bottom of the page token that I can get excited about. But this time I will try not to wake up in the middle of the night and refresh the page. So to see if I made some, I will try to keep it for, I want to say 4 years. I want to see at least 2 years. I'm not gonna touch it, but I cannot be for certain. Gains are gains at the end of the day. And even when we talk about BankRX, Kinkos was talking. Some people sold at one. I must say I was excited at one. I sold some at 1.4. I took some profits, and then I sold at one, and then it got at 1.4, and I was like, oh great! I just withdraw some, and now it's worth almost double. Fuck it. I'm so sad. But looking now, I took some profits and the price went down, and I'm like, okay, I feel better now. And sometimes you roll, and sometimes when the juice is too much, you have to take some juice out, because it keeps you mentally sane, knowing that okay, let's try and do this claim, and then you claim, and you're like, wait, now I transfer it to my Bitcoin wallet, or to Binance, or to Coinbase, and then it reaches your phone, and you're like, Yeah, I might get that new Roomba she talks about all the time. You want a Roomba, baby? You want a Roomba? Yeah, I get you that for a Roomba. And there was someone that bought a Dyson. I see he's always posting it. It's a guy called No Cap.
Dyson.
He bought a new Dyson and it's like the full Dyson, the full Dyson. I was like, yeah, I mean that's crypto. Gains are gains on chain and off chain. And sometimes people sell some and they keep. I mean, taking profits is always great. If you are into trading, you already know that you have to take profits. That you have to keep your emotions out of it. And sometimes, if you always continue to see the upside, no, it's gonna go higher, go higher. It's gonna tank, and you're gonna end up with nothing, or even less. It's a really emotional.
I was at the physio the other day, and I had no money in my bank account, so I took some money out of Bankroll and paid the physio. Oh man, he's.
I mean, it is what it is. So I probably, but the money I did put took a lot of time to grow, and it's good. Some of it back, not all of it yet, because I mean, I almost am paying to have fun, but I like to be in the race. If things go insane, I like to be in it. I don't like to take money out and then watching the sidelines. I like to be right where the action is, and that gives me excitement for everyone in the space, especially because we are at a young age, and seeing the financial advice of these boomers and just leave your money in the bank and such. I mean, it's a really, with these numbers, I think it's a great time to get comfortable with parking huge amounts of money let's say, in crypto, because the returns are great. Warren Buffett would be a trillionaire if he had this.
Yeah. Well, we've been on for 2.5 hours now, so should we call that a night?
Yeah.
Manuel, you gonna jump on next week?
I might jump on next week. I would see. I will be traveling, but I might the same time next week.
Yeah, we'll do it Wednesday, and then of course you free next week as well.
Yep.
Okay, I'll try to.
Sweet.
If still someone left to get a giveaway, I still haven't sent it. Who should I send it to?
Pardon? Oh, the 100.
The giveaway. Send me an address and I'll send it.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Bud. And I've still got to send
cheers.
mine as well.
All right, guys, I gotta hop off, but yo, it's always good chatting with you guys. This is awesome. Appreciate it, Crypto Buddy. Nice chatting with you, man of war.
See you later, guys.
Cheers.
See you guys later.
Cheers.
Have a good one.
Cheers.
Bye. Bye.